The recaps were back on you again.
Yeah, and I told you.
I'll do the recap.
There it is.
We went shopping.
The end.
We spoke to people. Somebody probably got robbed. We left town.
What?
Adopted something. Bird. And we
Maybe.
stopped at another town. And I think people went shopping again. I don't remember.
Only in one town.
Alright, well, we're not in another town. We're on the road.
Yeah.
No, we stopped at a gas station or something like that.
That was before
Yeah,
the last town.
Before the.
That was before the... Yeah.
You don't get to correct him if you're not
You know what?
doing
That's fair.
the story.
You know what?
Yeah.
He said it, so much we got
Come
for.
on.
He's got
We
a
did.
point.
We did an entire 3-day trip within the last 5 minutes of the last session.
Those were awesome.
Yeah. I do
Yeah,
remember
that's
that.
what we did. And I actually won the lottery in the game, and I'm a millionaire now, so there's
You
the
did?
thing. Yep. That's
It's
my
canon.
recap.
Sounds
and,
about right. I mean, he said it, so it
it's
must be
canon.
true.
Yep. hmm
Ah,
I just
okay.
have to write people IOUs.
Nice. Cool. Sweet, man.
Yep. I'll just go ahead and change my gold value on my person right now.
How about you don't?
Okay. All right, I won't.
All right. So, yeah, you just adopted a glimmerfowl named
We didn't
named
know
Honey.
nothing. We fed it, and now it follows us, apparently.
That's how adoption works back then.
Yep. Yep.
Oh, it must be a
You
cat
paid it,
now.
it's yours.
All right, so you continue on your trip, and oh, cool, upgraded by host. Anyway,
Oh, hey,
conti-
sorry, what time of day is it now? Because I mean, we've been on the road and whatnot, and we left at
it's about
3 in the
6
afternoon.
o'clock in the afternoon. You got
Okay.
about 3 hours until you get to Soria, where you were planning on staying for the night.
Okay.
So
I
I will admit something.
Oh,
I
yeah.
forgot to make the shop for the Saurian Heroes Guild. I just completely forgot. But I did other things. So there are things.
Pretty sure I'm broke. I need to steal from people again.
That's part of the reason why I think it escaped my mind, because I just knew that nobody had any money.
I have 700 gold. That's pretty much it.
I love how the
Yeah.
most financially responsible person we have is the barbarian.
Actually, I think it's the bard.
Is it?
Yeah, I think Kit has the most money. She never buys
Yeah, I
anything.
think I got 72. Yeah, 72 gold. I need
spent
some
70
people to
gold
steal
on
from.
a cat collar, so who's
Yeah,
the
how
real
much-
winner?
How much does Kit have?
I think she has 3,000 or something like that.
I thought you spent it all.
Mm-mm.
No, that was... Yeah. Just kidding.
Yeah. All right.
Well, you continue on your way, and you see that the stories were absolutely true. The entire time that you are driving to Soria, as long as you don't just floor it and go top speed, Honey's keeping pace at a dead sprint, but is keeping up with you, not really even slowing you down. You feel like you could probably lose her if you just absolutely floored it for an extended period of time. But other than that, it's not really, she's keeping pace. So after a few hours, sunlight begins to fall as you begin to see the sun crest behind the horizon as darkness is approaching. And right after sunset, you see a large city off in the distance, and it's dark, so you can really only tell from the faint squares of well-lit windows and buildings and spotlights aiming up into the sky. As you begin to approach this city, you see there's sort of 2 columns, one on each side, with this long, oval-shaped wooden mask on each of these human-like figures. This whole city is, speaking in real world terms, very African-inspired. But think more like Wakanda African, not tribal African, to where there's a vast infrastructure skyscrapers, large buildings, well-paved roads, and, as you are beginning to see, a very busy nightlife. However, the city, while it does tend to attract tourists, the main thing that it's known for is its scholars. The largest university in the world, the College of Zulu Makir, is located here in Soria, and people from all over the world visit this city for academic pursuits. It's got one of the largest libraries in the world. It's got colleges for religion, colleges for anthropology, archaeology, sociology, magic, alchemy. Every academic and intellectual pursuit you could possibly ever hope to follow, you can do so here, right in this city. And as you
Hey.
pull through, what's up?
I have a quick question.
Okay.
In your guidebook, it says the college also houses the largest library in the world available to the public, second only to the Grand Library of the Mage's Tower of High Sorcery.
Yes.
Is the Mage's Tower of High Sorcery, is that accessible to the public, or do they just keep
No,
that shit under
it
lock?
is not accessible to the public. That's why it's the largest library, not the largest, but the largest accessible to the public.
And do they have a tower here?
They do not. However, now you're making me second guess. I wrote this forever ago. The Magi has towers in Galberg, Nifrion, and Ebenmast.
Which town?
Their
are we
headquarters,
coming
with their
into?
headquarters being in King's Crest. So no, they don't. The Magi doesn't really have a presence here, though many Magi hopefuls do have a presence here. In fact, many people that are initiated into the Magi actually went to the Zulu Makir College of Arcana.
Where is Galberg and Okay, so Galberg is in Volcalos.
No,
and then
Galberg is in Alarath. Nifrion is in Falthansia, and Ebenmast is in Vuelcalos.
Okay.
Hey, so
Volcalos.
which town are we coming into?
Soria, page 95.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Sorry for interrupting.
Oh, you're good, man. Valid question.
We're trying to utilize these books that we have.
No,
Yeah,
you're all good.
95.
And dude, I end up having to utilize them sometimes too, just because I wrote so much, it was so long ago. I have to scroll through this from time to time to
And this
refresh
is
my
where
memory.
we found out Anad went to this school.
Yes, he went.
Yes.
This is where he learned magic.
Okay.
So at the Zulu Makir College of Arcana.
And there's a lot of Luxodons.
Not a lot, but a disproportionately high amount. Loxodons are one of the rarer races, but
Oh, okay. No, the city is close to the Luxodon city.
it says it is home to a sizable Loxodon population due to their positive relations with and close proximity. So
Yeah.
Loxodon are one of the rarer races. If one out of 100 people you met was a Loxodon, that would be extremely more common than they actually are. Probably, I'd say maybe 1 out of 50 people that live in this city might be a Loxodon. But
Okay.
still, that is a very disproportionately high amount.
Right. So per capita, it's like 1 per 1,000. Or something
Yeah.
in this city. Okay.
Well, per capita, it's like 1 for every 50 is a Loxodon, which worldwide it would be closer to 1 per 1,000. So they're 20 times more common in this city than they are around the rest of the world.
Okay.
So you enter the city, and as you're driving through the city streets, you actually do spot a couple Loxodon, which many people have never even seen one. And people who don't spend a lot of time in Falthansia probably haven't. So for Neston, this might actually be your first time seeing a Loxodon. Not your first time hearing of them, but they're very rare outside of Falthansia. So on top of this, you actually have to stop in the road for a minute, as it looks like this cloister of monks that seem to be deep in thought, likely College of Philosophy, seem to just be very slowly crossing the road, to the point where a normal person might be a little frustrated by it, but this is a normal occurrence here in the city. As you make your way through the city more, and as you keep seeing, rounding the corners and following signs to get to the Saurian Heroes Guild, you notice that tends to be these monuments, these memorials, and they become increasingly more common the closer you get to the main campus of the university, of these almost like totem-like statues, some stone, some wood, but all seem to be hand-carved, with names of different thinkers and historians, philosophers, theologians, with offerings that seem to, many of them, be fresh right at the foot of these different monuments. And after a few more minutes, you arrive at the Heroes Guild.
Just out of curiosity, what kind of offerings?
Usually, fine herbs, spices, different things you might burn as incense. Occasionally, you notice there's not really gold, even though theft isn't much of a problem in Falthansia. It all tends to be... how do I put it? Sort of herbal offerings. And as well as sometimes offerings sort of related to their specific field. Like, at one of these monuments dedicated to a theologian, you notice there's a holy symbol for Bahamut at this particular monument.
Cool.
So, and on your way into the Heroes Guild, you actually see a sign where it says, "Help needed, skilled adventurers, Zulu Makir, College of Anthropology and History. Please respond at your earliest convenience."
I mean, does it have any other details, like, I don't know, what the job is, pay?
All it says.
Okay.
Skilled adventurers needed at the Zulu Makir College of History and Anthropology. You make your way into the
we're
Heroes
going.
Guild?
Yeah.
Oh, well,
Alright.
look at that. Somebody needs some help. I hope that somebody helps them an adequate amount of time.
Well, we might just be that person.
Or we could not.
Or we could not. In all honesty, I mean, we're here to be clandestine. I mean, we came to this place to get a whole non-disclosure thing, so we're not listed. I don't know how it would work if we just take the first poster and...
So you notice it wasn't posted in the Heroes Guild. This is not a Heroes Guild contract. So,
Isn't that kind of pretty crude? Like, oh, I'm not going to post it in the Heroes Guild. I'll post it on the front door.
so the
or
Zulu
by
Makir College sort of gets a free pass on that. Usually it's not necessarily illegal to go and scout out adventurers without going through the Heroes Guild first.
It's just frowned upon.
It's frowned upon in the sense that if you were ever to need the Heroes Guild, and if you're ever having a hard time finding someone to take this contract, and you're looking to broaden it to a wider audience, the Heroes Guild might just say, no thanks, because you didn't use them last time. This particular college is probably one of the only entities that can do so without fear of that repercussion.
Because they're so big.
Because they're so big and so widely respected. The Heroes Guild would sort of lose... They'd sort of lose some of their...
Accreditation.
some of their renown, some of their recognition, if they were to actually sort of shaft the Zulu Makir College in any sort of way.
You just like saying that word.
What, Zulu Makir?
Yep.
It is
Oh,
kind of fun to
shaft.
say. Oh, shaft.
Oh, yeah.
that too. But, you know.
But you go inside?
Yep. Is Honey still outside?
Yeah, Honey's followed you the whole way.
Is she trying to follow us inside?
Trying to follow you inside. You're going to have to do something to keep her from doing so.
Got more honey. Look.
Yeah.
As a one-time use a day. I can't just keep.
Oh,
I speak animal.
Oh, that's yeah.
oh.
That is true.
There you go.
I was like, wait, I'm coming up the stairs. Here's your heavy ass food. Oh.
Thank you.
So I speak animal, and I'm just gonna tell you
It takes you. You
have
can
to-
cast a
Rick
spell,
will
and it
cast
takes
a
you
spell.
10 minutes to do it.
okay.
But it took us more than 10 minutes to get here. If that's what you planned.
Ah. So that or I could stay 10 minutes outside and go ahead and cast it and just stay with the bird anyway.
You could. Is that what you want to do?
Yes.
All right. So you frustratingly wait 10 minutes as you stand outside, just waiting for her to ritual cast this spell. As the bird is just wanting to go inside. And then you successfully cast the spell. What are you saying to Honey as I do my best bird impression?
I am just literally going just wait here.
You had to talk to the mic.
That's what I'm doing.
Okay. Well, you started talking to him when you were still in the other room.
I just made a sound. It's not really talking. It's a sound effect. So I just tell the burb just to stay there. We'll be right back.
But I go inside. She says to you.
No, you have to stay here. You stay
Why?
outside. Because you're a burb. Burbs are outside.
Tilts his head to the sideways. Burb?
Burb. You.
You talk to me. Are you Burb?
Maybe. Later. You stay here.
Okay.
We'll get her more honey if she stays here.
Oh, okay. I was like,
Oh, him, her.
I'll get
I
you
don't
more
know.
honey if you stay
It's
outside.
her. It's a she.
Okay, perfect.
Molly has just confirmed with this conversation that it is she.
I'm like, she is sad. We will get you more honey if you stay here.
All right. So you go inside.
Yep.
Yep.
All right. So you see this Saurian male standing behind the counter. He looks at you and says, "Ah, travelers. Just the 6 of you, I assume. You need a room for the night."
And bird.
We'll need honey.
I'm sorry,
I know
we
that.
do not allow any animals inside. There are stables across the way. I suppose your bird can stay with the horses.
Well, I don't see why not. Could y'all keep the bird indefinitely?
No.
No. I do not believe we can keep your bird in depth.
Okay.
Do you not
What
want
if we
to?
leave and let's say we forget this bird?
No, we keep it
Oh.
honey. Honey's part of the family now.
Is it? Is it though?
Then
Yeah,
we
it
put the
is.
bird up for auction and hope that somebody purchases it. And if
Yes,
nobody does, then we
And
have
he
the
finds a
unfortunate decision to
beautiful home,
euthanize it.
and he lives a long life, and he marries the girl of his dreams and has sweet
Nobody
kids.
wishes to purchase the bird, and we have to euthanize it.
Yes, that would be unfortunate.
Indeed. Look, we're not taking your bird. I fully expect for you, when you leave, to take your bird with you. Hello, person rubbing their nipples.
Roommates are the best.
Zoom bomb.
He doesn't say that. But, we've got some rooms available on the top floor if you need lodging. By the way, I've
And I
been
guess
tasked with
you're-
pointing out... I'm sorry, what was it that you were saying?
Oh, I was saying, I guess we are curious about the signs about heroes needed.
Indeed, let's see, how do I handle this?
You
Seeing
know,
as how the
okay,
college is going behind our back, I don't not wish to give you too many details. All I know is that
It's
they've been
okay.
having some trouble at an archaeological site.
Well, that's fantastic because I wasn't interested in it at all.
I hear the reward is quite substantial. I can say that.
Somebody's going to be very happy about it then.
Definitely not us. As we are not here for that.
We are here to seek a murderer. I think.
Well,
And honey.
You're good, Kit. No
I would
problem.
actually like to go to the school, to the library. I don't. The job. If we want to do that, that's great. But I'm really just interested in the library.
Well, the college is closed for the day, but you are more than welcome to stay here. Of course, there's substantial room. This particular branch of the Heroes Guild doesn't see quite as much business as many others do.
Well, we were actually sent here for a contract for a non-disclosure.
It actually wasn't here. You had to go much further than this. It was in Precipice. This is sorry.
Well, while we're here, I was also hoping we could change the name of our group.
Oh, yes.
Of course, I can definitely handle that business for you. If you could present your hero badges, please.
Do
Sugar!
so.
Have to
Okay.
turn it up in your hand because it's not a witch's brooch. It's like
He
the
examines
knockoff
them.
version of the Night Vine.
Ah, I see, I see. Not that familiar with witches, I'm sorry. I see that you go by the name of the Sightless.
Yes, see, there is a mass murderer coming after us, and we are trying to change our name discreetly.
He gives you a wide eye. I'm sorry.
Yes, yes, yes.
Maybe not disclose too much information.
We've already been attacked in like 3 cities. I'm kind of on edge right now. And I would just appreciate it if you would wait a couple days before announcing the entire guild network, because he's actually a traitor of the Heroes Guild network, and he knows everything that y'all know. So.
Neston, may we not disclose this information to everybody?
Well,
Neston?
when you change your name, your location does not get disclosed, only when you accept a official Heroes Guild contract.
Since we're
Are
not
you
here-
sure you don't wish to stay somewhere else? I changed my mind. We don't have any rooms available. I'm sorry.
Thanks, Neston. Thanks, Neston.
Right?
Okay, well, is there...
Yes,
Can we still change our
we
name?
won't be staying here long. Let's just stay our name and we'll leave.
I see. Do you see any other adventurers around here as he motions to an empty Heroes Guild? People don't come here to adventure. People don't come here to fight. People come here to learn. To be 100% honest with you,
Yes.
whether they even established a Heroes Guild in this city, I do not know.
Fair enough.
Well, this is a perfect place. No one will expect us.
Make a
You
persuasion check.
You have the most wonderful ideas, sir. Persuasion? I don't think I'm any good at this. Yeah. No good.
He says, if this
Alright.
person is supposedly this mass murderer is supposedly tracking you, it does
Oh,
not
no.
matter. It does not matter how unlikely the situation is. Look,
Well, you see, he's tracking
legally-
us because we keep accepting contracts, which is why I'm reluctant to accept any contracts, and then he knows where we are then, and then he attacks us with rocket launchers in the middle of the night. But if we
Um,
don't accept a contract, like you said, he doesn't know where to find us. It's perfect. And we'll change our name today. This is wonderful news. You are full of bright ideas. You must have went to the school here too.
no, I did not.
Oh,
You're so
grew up-
smart.
I actually grew up in Precipice.
I don't know what that is.
What makes you assume I grew up here?
Because you're so smart. And there's a college. Big college with a fancy name.
I see. Look, I legally cannot force you to walk up the door since you are registered adventurers. However, if you stay here, there is a chance that I may not.
Well, who's gonna protect us? Being
You can
Lucas.
lock up on your way out.
Oh, can you not just lock up on your way out since you're leaving for the night?
Sure.
Wonderful.
Pick literally any rooms that you wish for on any of the 3 floors above us. There are no other tenants.
Where's your room?
No.
My room is I'll
Not-
find one.
It's far, far away from here.
Yes, so about our name change, please.
Of course. He gathers your hero badges and says, "And what would you like for the new name to be?"
King Motley's.
King Motley's.
I thought we decided on Motley Crust.
Motley Crest.
I was like, I don't hear my.
He writes the name down on a piece of paper, sort of pushes the paper against all of your badges. Your badges flash red for a moment and says, "Your official designation has been changed
To King Motley's.
No, stop it.
to Motley
No.
Crest. I bid you all adieu. I will. You enjoy things.
Oh, wait, before you leave, every other Heroes Guild we've been to has stuff to sell. Do you not have stuff to sell?
We do not. As I said, we do not incur very much traffic at this location.
Oh.
Hence why the college can get away with shafting us out of contracts.
Yes. It's unfortunate.
Well, we're kind of hungry. Can we get access to the kitchen? I don't want to just start going through stuff that I.
Yes. How much permission do we have to utilize this guild hall, since you won't be here to accompany us?
Give me a moment.
I was like,
He
think
walks
about
into
that.
the back room, comes forward with like several plastic pouches, and he has exactly like 6 of them, and just says, "Here," and thrusts them forward. Your meals are inside. I believe it is beef stew.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm a vegetarian.
Oh, you fucking... Oh, okay. He walks to the back room. He comes forward
More
with a
for
bag of
me.
lettuce and hands you this bag of lettuce and says, Here, you just eat this."
cabbages!
Actually, sorry. I don't eat plants that are murdered after they've been picked. It has to be a byproduct, like an orange or an apple or grapes, nuts, fruits.
Are you telling me that Neston is a fruitarian?
No.
Oh, okay.
Then what are you
brings
saying?
you a basket of fruit. He brings you
Obnoxious.
there's bananas, oranges, and apples.
Oh, thank you. Have to keep down the scurvy, you know. We've been on a ship.
Yes, I know, I see.
Oh my
I'm not-
god, Neston, shut up. Neston, be quiet. Yo. Oh my god.
This
I
gentleman
was like,
is
yes,
a
excuse my
pirate.
friend. Shouldn't you be getting on your way? Shouldn't you be scurrying out of here by now?
Yes, I will see
Yes.
you lot in the morning. I will be
Hey,
here
yes.
before you wake up.
Thank you,
can
thank
enjoy
you.
the facilities, and I
We
sincerely
will.
hope you don't die.
Yes,
Thank
I
you.
hope we don't either.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you, thank you, thank
are
you.
a kind scholar. and
Neston, shut up. Nope.
Not
Neston,
a scholar,
let the man go. Let the man go.
scholar, an adventure, not a scholar. Well, I was an adventure. Let me leave. He says.
Stop talking!
Goodbye. Go.
Oh, I didn't know somebody was holding the door. Oh, shit. I'm sorry.
Yeah, as soon as he leaves, I'm just gonna go into the kitchen and like take Molly with me so we can make a dinner.
Yeah, I mean it's well stocked with different meats, different vegetables, spices.
2 things. I want to go get some milk. I'll pour some milk in a saucer.
There
And-
is a milk and a chest of preserving that
Sure.
you find.
Pour some milk in a saucer. Let Mr. Pibbles go to town on that. And I'll go ahead and get some honey out. And go set out some honey and seed, whatever I might find.
They eat fruit and as well as small reptiles and is what typically they eat.
How old is Mr. Pibbles?
I don't know.
He's not even technically a real cat, so ageless, I guess.
Fine. And this rule does not apply. I'll allow it.
2,000
Live.
years old.
Lives forever.
You know, some people speculate in one of the books that I read at the, oh, you know,
Even
I went to
adults
school
can't
too
know
once
that.
when I was in
But if it's not really a
No,
cat.
It's not really a
Stormhaven.
cat.
One of the
Oh,
books
look.
that I read that Fey creatures are actually living beings in the Fey world, of course. And then when they die, they become creatures to be summoned by wizards of our world. Yes, Molly, ham on my sandwich, please.
Carving.
But I will. I'll step out and put some food out for Honey.
Okay.
And
Just let him in at this point. Let her in.
I feel like she's just going to cause a mess, and I don't want to do that because no one else is going to be in this place. So while they're finishing up cooking food, I'm going to go ahead and ritual cast alarm throughout the front area door. So
You are.
Greetings.
yeah, there it is, man.
Why don't you go ahead and jump into Zoom?
The Guildmaster changed our name to King Montley's, and then he told us that we have the run of the building. He said it was so strange that I told him about the serial killer that's chasing after us and how we needed to change our name, and that he just left. It was wild.
What's the password?
Just double.
It's a link.
Yeah, it's no password. Just click the link and it should take you right into it.
We're talking about Zoom or Fantasy Grounds.
Zoom, not Fantasy Grounds.
Oh, okay.
Zoom, there's no password.
just
You just
click
click on the
There
link.
shouldn't be a password.
Hurry up there.
Hurry up there! All right.
No.
So you make your food, and I guess you settle down for the night.
I do want to do one thing though, because
Okay.
I'm very excited about trying to get to the library to go look some books, but I still have a book I haven't read yet, so I'd like to try and spend as much of the time of the evening as I can reading my other book to try and knock that
The
out.
artifacts that should not be found.
I believe it. Because I have two. I read one. Finding that which should never be found, I already read. It was the other one. Celestial Ornaments.
Secret pleasures of the tickle. Guys.
Basically, what you find out is that celestial armaments, basically anything that is made, any sort of weapon or armor that's made in the upper planes, is usually imbued with the essence of whatever divine being it was that created it. That's how actually some of the more powerful magic items in the world exist. That's how, after all this time, the Hand of Vecna and the Hey Dylan and the Eye of Vecna still have magical properties because they were created by a creature that descended to divinity. And typically these artifacts remain having some kind of link to the creature that created it. In addition, some of them have even been rumored to, by an unknown means, sort of follow the creature that created it, that it's linked to. Like, the Wand of Orcus can be summoned to Orcus at any time, even if somebody else has it. But even items that lack that property, they have a way of remaining at least adjacent in some kind of way to their creator, whether it's in the same plane or whether it's in a plane that borders that plane. They have a way of sort of following their creator, or at the very least, they have a will to get back to their creator.
Okay.
To where if somebody else were to wield them, they might try to influence that being's decisions in a way that would get it back to the entity that made it.
All right.
Sort of
And
like the
is that-
first, takes you reading about the first quarter of the book or so to sort of come to that conclusion.
So I'm a quarter of the way through the book.
Yes.
I mean, I'll thumb through the rest of it. Does it look like there's anything in particular maybe that I want to come back to in this book for what I'm looking for?
Yeah. I mean, you imagine it would probably be to your benefit to try to finish this book.
Okay.
So, is everybody good to go ahead and settle down for the night in your rooms?
Yeah,
On
I do a
this,
little bit of tinkering.
Okay. Let's
Anand
see.
is broke, and
Yeah.
he can't add spells to his spell book without
So-
massive amounts of charity.
So I told them that I just forgot to sort of make the shop for this Heroes Guild. But if you guys are still here, and if you guys do this contract that you might have access to, I'll have it ready by next session, which really is all that matters because that's when you'll have money anyway. If you do this contract, it's not really even a contract. It's a job posting. It's not even related to the Heroes Guild. So you would imagine you could do this relatively risk-free, as long as you don't create too many waves and don't make the news.
Whose name is written as the contact person on the ad?
It is, and actually, Marte, this is a name that would mean something to you. The name on the ad is for a Shalkor Kyrell. Now, that means something to anybody in any sort of academic circle, and especially to somebody who is a Vold. Shalkor Kyrell is a first-generation awakened Vold.
Like me.
Just like you. Though the most notable thing that people tend to comment is that many people feel uneasy by his appearance because he resembles Primal Vold a lot more than Awakened Vold typically do. He's been rumored to be at least a foot taller than the average Vold is. He's also been rumored to he has longer arms, a more narrow face, darker eyes. And those who are his critics, whether these are true, whether this is actually true, or whether it's just rumors spread by them to discredit his name, the rumor is that he has a higher thirst for mana than typical Awakened Vold do as well, though there is no credibility that proves that.
That's
But it
pretty
is
cool.
a claim that people have made. And he actually, the reason he's well known in academic circles is because he is a very accomplished archaeologist. He went to the Zulumakir School of Anthropology and History, and is now the vice president of that school. So that is the person that posted the job posting, or that made that job posting.
Sounds like somebody I would be interested in working for.
So,
I mean, we are super broke, so, you know. At least most of us, anyway.
Oh, just type in username, D&D time, and then the password is up in the pinned messages. It's like second to the top.
You said type in what? I didn't hear you, dude. What?
D&D time.
D&D time.
Yep. And then check pinned messages in the general chat up at the top.
All right, I'm gonna
Push
grab,
pin. And it's the password is right there.
put my food up. Sounds a lot of food.
and I need to clear your ownership because you'll be signing it under a new ID.
Yes. I bought a new desk and I'm getting a new tower and I'm just getting new everything. So right now I'm playing on 2 laptops.
Oh, you're good, man.
Ooh, I don't have
Alright.
any modules loaded.
Oh, you need to. I should, I believe.
Oh, well that's weird. I have
no,
modules
I've got-
loaded, but
Got all the things
don't-
I'm supposed to have.
I don't have any spells in my, I clicked on spells, and I'm trying to, see what spells to prepare and everything like that for the next day, and I have no spells.
Hey guys.
Hey,
What mode are you viewing it in
for
for your character sheet? Because I'm looking at your character sheet right now, and I see all your spells.
Well, no. I was looking at the actual spells because I can pick any spell from the cleric list. So I just clicked on spells, cleric,
Okay.
and then
Yeah,
fourth
that's
level
weird.
spells, and there's no. There's like I see like divination, death ward, and control water and banishment. And that's all I see.
You can, I mean, you can keep working on that.
That's okay. I got
Is
it.
everybody kind of settling down for their long rest?
Yep. And I was just gonna do
Oh,
a quick.
give me a Tinker's check.
All right, cool.
Intelligence plus proficiency.
Intelligence +2.
I think you get a +3 on that actually at this point. Yeah, you get a +3. So intelligence +3. So give me an intelligence check +3
Why does it say 2 or 1?
for proficiency. You add your proficiency bonus, so you just roll an intelligence check and add proficiency bonus.
Okay. So I'm just gonna roll straight deep, and then +3. So 9.
Total bonus, it would be +5
12.
for you.
Yeah. Plus
So that'd be a 14. All right, you get 1 point to your training for to make the scope. So, and Neston, you enter your reverie just like you do every night, and unfortunately, you know that you've stopped seeing visions of of Arvandor. You've stopped seeing visions of Arvandor, but one common thing that younger elves have, in addition to having visions of Arvandor, is they also see flashes of past lives. For you, you never really saw much of those. Maybe the occasional memory here and there from however many thousands of years ago, but nothing that really meant anything to you. So, and I'll have to call her back. I'm sorry, guys. Give me a second. Apparently, something important. Take 5, guys. I'm sorry.
It gives me time to decompress from work.
Yeah, it's fun. So what you eating on over there, Sean?
Stromboli.
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 Love Stromboli.
Wow. Actually, just started. That was my last bite.
I got leftovers. Barbecue, macaroni,
Nice.
baked beans.
Wedding leftovers?
Yeah. Sorry we didn't get to see y'all, man. Y'all weren't able to come up.
Yeah, with him just hurting overnights at Amazon. And he's already got a couple of points for being late. Because traffic.
All right, sorry about that, guys.
Yeah, you gotta. He's gotta leave a lot earlier.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm sorry about that, guys. Apparently, my mom was trying to call me, and then when she couldn't get in touch with me, she called Mary, and then she called me again, and then called Mary again, and so it ended up not being anything important. But
I just wanted to say hey.
all right. So, as I was saying, you're not really used to this. Like, this was never really much of a thing. When you went to your reverie, sometimes you would see the occasional flashback of a previous life, but nothing too terribly memorable. In this particular time you go into your reverie, which this whole thing should have stopped to begin with, you start seeing flashes of this dark landscape and this old elven city, not one that you even recognize. And in front of you, you see this female individual, this elven female, and you see something else that is far more alarming. Deep in the background, behind this woman that you are seeing in this particular vision, you see primals. Primal of old. You hear the screeches through the air as you say from a voice that is not your own, You say, "Look, Farinell, you have to run! You have to get out of here!" As you look down at yourself, you see yourself wearing these very regal robes, carrying what looks to be this very ornate staff. As you hold your hands above your head, arcing this giant meteor in the direction of, and you see it crashing down on a few dozen of these primals, but they're everywhere. Before she says back, "I won't leave without you!" As you hear him scream, "You must go!" Before it's cut off, as you feel yourself crash to the ground with this giant beast landing on top of you, sticking its spines into your neck, as you feel the life start to leave your body. And then you think that you wake up. You see the room around you. But you're not alone in this room that you stand in. Standing off in the corner of this room, you see this elven-looking individual, male by the looks of it, but he has features that shouldn't be consistent with an elf. You see these large, elegant antlers coming out of the front of his head. His skin is modeled with this sort of like bright green hue. He was wearing these flowing robes that seem to be made out of leaves themselves. And he says, "Soul of the old lord. An old relic has been found. One that once belonged to you. I am the Archfey Delamiror, and you have a great destiny, soul of the old lord." Do you try to say anything?
What was his name again? Delamiror.
Delamiror. I can type it if you would like me to.
Yes, and the other one, Philandor.
So what you got from that particular flashback is that the name that you were called was Gishnell. Make a history check for me.
Ooh, history. That's decent. Decent.
Gishnell was the name of the old king of the elves of old. He was the king of Invalion, which was the ancient elvish city where most of the magical technology for Vuel'Kalas was made. His wife was Queen Farinell. And according to legends, there was a very strong bond between this particular king and queen. They were the very last monarchs before the Vold crisis emerged. And they, like most others, died when Invalion fell.
Okay. I look to him. What was his name again? Delamiror? Delamiror? Do I?
Yes. You don't
Sounds
have
like
keen
bad
mind.
Spanish.
You don't have keen mind, so I can't tell you where you've heard the name before. All I can tell you is that it sounds familiar, but you've heard it one other place. But I'm not going to tell you where.
I'm sorry. I'm Neston. It is nice to meet you, Del.
If you wish, you can call me Delamere for short.
Del's in
Delamere?
Washington. So,
Why am I?
You carry the soul of the last old elvish king.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, that's not big pressure, you know. That's not. I think I'm going to faint.
Awaken. Soul
Awaken?
of the elvish lord.
Wait. You said something about an artifact to be found. What do you mean?
He raises his hand, snaps his fingers, and then you realize you weren't actually awake before. You come to your senses and in a cold sweat, but you feel this sort of, as you sit up quickly, this heavy object that was on your chest sort of tumbles off and falls to the floor next to your bed. As you look at it, it appears to be this like emerald-colored green, large green heart that's hung on what looks to be a platinum chain. And that was not there before.
How big is this heart?
About fist size.
Is it dark outside?
It is.
And what cycle is the moon in?
I can actually tell you that. The moon is currently...
Waning crescent.
Did you just look?
No.
But it was awfully convincing, wasn't it?
So it is currently in a... You're actually right. It's just a little sliver of a crescent moon over your head. The other two moons, because the planet has 3 moons, are currently completely dark, so you can't actually pick out any of the other 2 moons in the night sky right now. But yes, the moon over the left, which is... I can't figure out the name of the moon. But basically that moon is currently in its waning crescent.
Okay. Okay. Well,
You examine the artifact?
I'm a cleric, so I got this. I'm gonna examine the artifact, and then first I'm gonna open the window, and I'm gonna take the artifact to the roof, and I'm just gonna fly out the window up to the roof.
Okay.
And then in what minuscule amount of sunlight there is, I'm gonna try and cast Commune.
Oh!
Okay.
I have no idea what level spell that is.
You have that spell?
Uh,
Commune. Well, I mean, it's a level 5. You're not high enough to have Commune.
which is the one that I can... Oh, okay. What is the one that takes my, what is that, divination? I don't think I have that one either.
I'm looking at all level 4 cleric spells. Clerics don't actually get a whole lot of level 4 spells. 3. Yeah, I don't know what spell you're trying to use, man, but Commune, you're too low level for that.
Okay.
Just yell at the sky.
So
I feel like I
see the
slightly
item?
resemble that remark. Thanks, Marte.
Okay.
Yeah, then I'll just try to like examine it and find out like what can I glean any like knowledge off of this thing? Do I know what it is?
You make contact with the item, you sort of instinctively know what it is, and you're not really sure how.
Heart of the Fae. It's an amulet.
Ooh, that's some nice stuff.
I don't have Xenothar's Guide downloaded.
Bro.
You've got the tiny hut.
I already have the tiny hut.
You can speak in Sylvan.
Yeah, see, I have Xenothar's Guide downloaded, but then when I click on it, I can't see what Elemental Bane does.
Elemental Bane. Choose one creature you can see within range and choose one of the following damage types: acid, cold, fire, lightning, or thunder. The target must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or be affected by the spell for its duration. The first time each turn the affected target takes damage of the chosen type, the target takes an extra 2d6 damage of that type. Moreover, the target loses any resistance to that damage type until the spell ends. So, I'm going to be honest with you, man. I made this as a wedding present. That's why I said, additionally, you may cast Liamon's Tiny Hut spell once per day with one change. The hut always takes the form of an oversized doghouse.
Wait.
He's
Okay.
trying to transform you
I heard
into
the
a
big red
dog.
dog.
The hut always takes the form of an oversized dog. Okay. Thank you. That's hilarious. Hardy har, because I'm always in the doghouse. I think Sean needs this one, actually.
Oh, you think so?
Okay. Well, can I put it on and then hide it underneath my robes?
You can.
Okay.
But you would never hide anything from your companions.
Yeah, I do.
No.
Yeah.
Lore
Listen,
wouldn't agree to
we
that
don't
type of
have
thing.
Raven with us anymore. I think we're fine.
I don't have anything. I hide everything.
He doesn't trust the Vold guy. I get
I hide it. I hide it, but I
No, he
just
doesn't
don't tell
have
y'all
a
about
box
it.
check.
Yeah, I just don't have Okay, I don't get divine intervention to level 10 either. Okay. So I have no way to commune with my god other than screaming at the sky. Great.
And praying.
You gotta do it. You gotta work your way up the ladder, kiddo.
But you know that communication while praying is rare, and in the rare occurrence that it does happen, the most likely form is through emotions, through instincts.
Yeah, I'm just gonna spend the rest of the night on the roof. Just you know what? I'm just gonna bitch to Salune. I'm just gonna bitch about all the things that's happened.
From
that's led me up
praying to
here,
that.
and then I'm just gonna be talking and be like, I can't believe all this happened. You know, goddess of the moon, like on my birthday of all things. So he's just gonna be on a rant, just talking to Salune in the outside. That's what he's gonna be doing for the
Okay.
rest of the night. And
Okay,
then when the
maybe
sun
the,
comes up, Balor's gonna get his share.
Okay. And when does Coralon get his share?
He doesn't. Not today. Later.
Okay. Alright. So you guys rise in the morning. And as you go downstairs, you notice that the guildmaster is back. As he just says, who probably goes downstairs first?
Well, I guess Anand, saying as I'm not really sleeping.
Okay. He just says, "Ah, hello. I am so glad that you are not dead. I assume you rested well."
Relatively, yes.
I assume the rest of your companions will be around soon. No, we've prepared food.
Oh, excellent.
Yes. By the way, we have a fresh shipment of supplies coming into the shop. Just check back tonight. You should find that the shop has become fully stocked at that point if you are still in town. And I need to change the date now. It is now the 21st of Frost March. I'll have to figure out where. Here it is. Actually, no, it is not the 21st. It is the 22nd of Frost March. It was already the 21st. I was interpreting it wrong. It is the 22nd of Frost March. That is the date for those who are keeping track. Okay, that's fine. So I assume everybody else has come downstairs?
Oh yeah.
All right.
Yes.
What are you guys
Everyone's
doing?
hungry.
And you have a full breakfast. It's just some stew and some bread. Nothing too fancy, but it does the job at least.
Cool.
So where are you guys going?
I would really like to go to the library. I don't know if anybody else wants to go to the school while we're in town, but I'd like to go check it out.
I'm going right with you. We're gonna lock arms and walk.
I like
Okay.
it. We skip.
So we head to the library.
Yes. Yes. Library.
No, you're not going to.
Who said what now?
I think it was actually Brandon. He's in Discord.
What's up, Brandon?
We're all going to hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm working, so.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I don't know if anybody else wants to join us or do whatever, but I have $0, and libraries are usually free, so
Okay. Yeah, you go to the library.
I
as
will,
you
since
walk
we're
in
going
the
to the
door-
library, I'm gonna just go ahead and take that little poster with me too. I'll just stuff it in my pocket.
Okay. So, you walk in the library, and you do see there appears to be a female, Saurian female clerk, who says, who looks at you and says, "Hello there, I am the library keeper, Ada. Is there anything specific you might be looking for? Welcome to the Zulamakir Library, by the way."
Yeah, actually, I like to do a bit of research on artifacts. You okay?
I'm
Top
just
of the storm over there.
trying to get something out of my throat.
Okay. But yeah, I'd like to. I like to do some research on artifacts. Do you have anything about celestial artifacts in particular? Also, if it helps, this is where my background feature finally comes into play.
Yeah, let me read that, your background feature.
It's just like the scholar thing. I get you.
Unity. Okay, I see. And she does take notice of the fact of you are definitely in witch's garb. She says, "Of course. Now, magical artifacts of a celestial sort. Yes, you can find that in the arcane section. That's aisle 3. There's one that I'm particularly fond of. Believe it should be on the top row." She flips through a book herself. Yes, on the top row. What you are looking for is Blades of the Gods. I think that will suit your fancy.
While I'm here, I also tend to be a bit of an alchemist. Do you have any books on alchemical recipes or potions or something of that nature?
Are you looking more for enhancement or healing?
I'd say enhancement.
Enhancement? Indeed, the alchemy section is in aisle 5. You should find some books.
They're down 5, yes. Okay. Yeah, I'll start making my way to get the one book and then peruse aisle 5.
Alright. So, over in aisle 5, it says, you find a book that says Altering the Body's Mass, the Science of. You see another book that is Breathing Fire with the Dragons. You see another book that says Elemental Resistance and You, How It Affects Your Body. You pretty much see books towards basically any way of thinking, any sort of type of potion you can imagine. Granted, you would imagine that just knowledge of some of these potions wouldn't necessarily give you the ability to make them because of rare ingredients and costs and stuff like that.
Sure.
But you even see like a book that says To Battle with Giants.
Well, I think the battle with giants seems a bit like what I've already figured out because I was able to make the frost giant ones. I think, yeah. I'll tell you
That's
what.
what it was. Yeah.
I'll go take a look for the elemental resistance one. I'll see that. And just out of curiosity, did I see anything that said like requires being registered, having a library card, anything like that?
No, nothing like that. You would imagine that some of these books may cost not much, but a little bit of money if you're not actually registered. Basically, it's selling them versus renting them. If you actually went to the college, you could just rent the books for free. But if you actually want to take them with you and leave the city, you have to purchase them.
I'll just sit down. Well, you know what? See if Anand wants to do anything here while I get busy perusing.
Anand actually does want to do something. He wants to also look up on books about relics. He's curious if there's anything relative to a relic relative to time magic. Or the study thereof.
There is an Arcana section. This is the school that you went to, so
I would probably know. Hey, I did my undergrad over there.
And actually, you would also know that you can get books for free from here. The other people cannot. Your other crew members cannot, but you can.
Got you. I got you.
I'll subtly
Hey,
slide
guys,
my books
everyone
over
grab
to
your butt and
Anand.
give it to him.
Because you are an alumni of this school, so.
It's always good to know a guy.
There are several. I mean, you find several books related to time magic. You do find generally through your perusing that time magic is difficult, not impossible, but difficult to enchant into an object, just because of the nature of magic, and also, as is what you would expect with the nature of time magic, these enchantments typically take much longer as a result of what you were trying to do with them. Probably the most notable version of time magic would be, well, the wish spell, a luck blade, which can literally rework the fabric of reality to whatever you want it to do. However, those are quite rare and quite expensive, and in some circles are contraband, just because of how dangerous of an item it is.
Take either one of those. I think the Guildmaster has one. I know.
Yeah, you don't have one of those.
Yeah, clearly.
But yeah, you find a book on how to efficiently enchant chronomancy. In a way that you can actually kind of probably get the enchantment done in a particular lifetime. But incredibly rare and incredibly difficult to do. But you find
Well, that, and I wanted to, since it's my other specialty, graviturgy.
Graviturgy? Yeah, graviturgy is a lot easier. You
Like
alter
boots that all, like, I stomp the ground, and I don't, just imagine me stomping the ground, and then everything in a specific radius just...
Right. Graviturgy is a little
boots.
easier. You do find that when it comes to graviturgy, when it comes to enchanting with graviturgy, and you actually didn't know this is news for you. The heavier the item, the faster the enchantment sets. And that's actually news to you. You didn't know that. We'll say you had like a minor in graviturgy, it's like you learned some things, but you do find a book on gravitational enchantments as well.
Take that.
So you do know there's a 5-book limit. You can't check out more than 5 books.
Okay. Seeing as the one about time would literally take an entire lifetime to do, I'll put that off for a while. But I do want to take this graviturgy and then leave the other 4 book options open in case someone else needs to take multiple books.
Okay.
I got 2.
So, I want to go find a book.
Okay.
I want to find a book on ancient elven kings of Volcalos. and anything that has to do with elves, and then I need to find a book on Dalamir.
Mirror. Delmirror.
So you're looking for 3 books.
Be a roller.
Yo,
Delamere.
I'm looking for as many books as it takes.
I just want to put this out there, DM. I've actually spent a fair amount of time just doing research on artifacts, so I don't know how much of this I might know for these guys, but just throwing that out there.
Yeah, I gotcha. So, as far as the Book of Elven Kings, yeah, you find a book that it sort of encompasses 2 of your requests in one. You find a book that's the grand lineage of the Fae, and flipping through it, you're able to sort of glean from just a couple minutes of flipping through this book that this is a book that sort of what's the word I'm looking for? It's sort of it follows the transition from creatures of the Fae, from creatures of pure Fae, to more of the humanoid race. It goes back, 9,000 years to when the first Fae lords, when the first Arch-Fae left the Feywild and came to the material plane, and how the elves split off from these Arch-Fae. And it chronicles the fact that the elven lineages that were passed throughout time were typically of the elves who had the highest degree of Fey blood coursing through their veins. And that also typically gave the Elvish kings and made them powerful. It gave them more affinity for magic.
Okay. So I wrote down Grand Lineage of the Fae, Archfaes, and Fae Lords and Ancient Elves for a book.
Yes.
Okay.
What was the other book you were looking for?
Meyer.
Delamere.
I hear he has baloney.
You find a book that the title of the book is The Subdivine, the Great Fey Lords, Demon Princes, and Devil Lords. Basically, it's a book that's about beings who are not divine, but they're sort of at the top of the totem pole when it comes to creatures that aren't. And you see there is probably a third to almost half of this book that is all about Arch-Fae.
Like Artie.
Like Artie?
Artigan.
Oh, yeah.
The Traveler.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway, okay.
So this
I'm
book is called The Power of the Sub-Gods.
And would I be able to find out, like, I want to skim through the Fey Lord book to try and find Gisnell in, what is that, Faranel, and find where it mentions the pendant, and then try and find a book about artifacts about that pendant.
So you discover the name of the pendant, which is the Heart of the Fae, and it's sort of a pendant that came into existence spontaneously. You find an entry about Gishnell and Faranel. They were, as you remembered, they were the last kings of the elven kingdom of Invalion, which now stands in ruins at the southern tip of Wel'Kalas.
King and queen, or kings? 2 kings?
King and queen.
Okay. So the last royal rulers.
Yes, and
Okay.
what you're able to glean is that both of them were vehemently opposed to ley line manipulation. So it delves into the fact that the process that created the Vold was forbidden. It was all done behind the king's back by scholars who thought he was too short-sighted, who thought that he was going to cost the kingdom its future by limiting its access to arcane energy. The people that did so thought they were working towards a better future. They thought they were going to make Wel'Kalas the greatest world in all of the cosmos, and those very people were the ones who nearly destroyed it.
So am I illegal?
No, at
Yes.
least not here.
Yes.
I do want to look into
Okay.
one other thing. I'm sorry, Tony, if you're still going.
Yeah, no, I was going to say that I'm not going to try and meet up with them. I just want to go buy these books.
You can rent them for free if you use a non.
I want to buy the book.
Okay. So you walk up to her and she says, "Hello, my name is Ada.
I
do you
just want to buy
have-
these books. I don't care much about a conversation right now. Thank you very much. 2
How
books.
many books? 2 books?
2 books.
That'll be 60 gold."
All right, here's 60 gold. I just throw it on the counter and throw them in my haversack. And then I run off to try and find Lucas and Anon and the rest of the gang.
Okay.
Wow, he likes to talk in the freaking guild hall, but not in here. Wow.
It's a library. You're not supposed to talk.
I would like to do one thing, and that's finding a book on performance.
Well, and like music?
What?
Yeah.
There is actually a college of music. There is a Zulumakir College of Music.
I currently have 3 books checked out. If somebody wants to get 2 books for free, unless you just want to pay 60 gold for them, let me know.
But you're able to find a book. Like, there's all kinds of... What are you looking for specifically? Because... there's books on musical theory. There's books on sort of sound magic, like magic that is fueled by music, which is what bards are typically trained to do. There's books on spells. There's books on crafting musical instruments. You tell me what you want, because I didn't write the
Honestly-
names of several thousand books.
Honestly, I was thinking about something of magic fueled by music to get more skill with it.
You find a book that sort of is about the theory of fueling magic with music, of using musical tunes and musical notes to manipulate the weave to create magical effects. The Zulumakir College of Music does teach people how to do this, and there are bards who were trained here. So let's just say this book is... Let's see. Let's say it's called The Sound of the Weave.
Yeah. And I just like pick it up and I start panning through it, trying to find anything.
What are you trying to
Interesting.
get out of it? Because as you pan through this book, you're pretty much just seeing basically the formal information that pertains to the training you've already had sort of informally. Because you were trained in the art of being a bard. And while it's not like a university like this place, you were sort of taught a lot of these same things on how to use music to manipulate the weave and to create magical effects. So a lot of this is kind of stuff you already know.
Is there any way to fuse elements into like attacks?
I mean, yes, but that's pretty much just using magic to create elemental effects, like using magic to cause the weave to produce a lightning bolt, hence casting the lightning bolt spell, and that's kind of stuff you already are capable of.
Okay. Sorry, guys.
It's okay.
Oh, you're good.
Okay.
Basically, what I'm telling you on a metagame level is I'm not going to give you access to things that your class doesn't give you access to.
Okay.
But if you wanted to look into like enchanting or anything like that, or if you wanted to research on how to make like magical musical instruments, that is something that you could possibly benefit you.
Do we have an enchanter in our group already?
That's more of a background based thing. I'll say sure. typically enchanters are that's like an artificer thing, but a lot of people I go ahead and say that if you've got proficiency in alchemy and herbalism, that you kind of understand the art. You actually have an enchanter on your ship though, Jason. He's an artificer, and enchanting is his shit. That's what he does.
Because I don't know if we ever discussed what is Anon's like hobby.
You can make it enchanting if you want to work up proficiency.
But we already have somebody who's good with alchemy, and those are too close together. So I don't know if I would want to.
Enchanting is totally different than alchemy, though.
I mean, he's gonna use some enchanting, I'm sure, one of these days.
Maybe, but like Lucas, you would have been taught the basics of enchanting, but
I think I would understand
also,
what the concept of it, but like
you'd understand
that's
the
not
concept,
what I do.
but you'd also understand that there's more that you understand enough about it to know that there's a lot more that goes into it than just casting a spell on an object.
I would like to. I'm okay with having that as a proficiency if I'm able to.
You can work towards it.
Shall I pick up a book? I was gonna say, let me get. We got 2 more books, 2 more spaces for books. Yeah.
You find a book called The Fundamentals of Enchanting.
Enchanting for dummies.
Yes.
Say every
for enchanting.
night. We'll say that every night that you read this book, I'll give you advantage on the check that determines how many points you gain towards proficiency.
I would like to look for one other book, if I could.
Okay.
So, I know it got mentioned to me, and I know my new friend Bon has brought it up a couple times. I'd like to look up a book about the Angel of Death.
Oh, yeah. In the area based on theology, you find probably half a dozen different books all about the Angel of Death. Stuff that would make you,
through
Sean,
one. What do I find?
the story of the Angel of Death, how he led the 7 deadly sins to victory, the story of the leader of the 7 deadly sins, the great escapades of the Angel of Death. It appears that history remembers the Angel of Death as the leader of the 7 deadly sins.
That is such horseshit.
I never once claimed that. I can't help it how historians said things afterward. But I never once claimed... Shiziki never once claimed that.
Everybody, did y'all hear about there's some dragon that is just currently burning down cities and local libraries all over the place? It's crazy.
I kind of want to go ahead and pick up a book about making magical weapons.
Oh, yeah. You see that there would be a book about that, but it seems to have just been checked out, as you see Anand carrying the fundamentals of enchanting. However, you find another book that is titled Dwarven Arcsmithing.
Okay, what?
So that's sort of, and we actually touched on it last session. That's sort of it's a dwarvish art. Dwarves aren't great enchanters. They can't take something, or at least they're not great at taking something non-magical and making it magical. What they can do is use a set of runes to forge something that is automatically magical in the first place. And it's called arcsmithing. And pretty much nobody else does it but dwarves. It's kind of one of the big things they're famous for.
I'll go ahead. Fuck. I bet just to glance through it to learn to understand it and see where it goes.
Okay. And the book is fascinating just from thumbing through it. You see there's a lot of drawings and inscriptions of like different runes that they have to sort of embellish into the anvil before they actually begin the process. And there's a lot of different elemental powders that go into that you actually have to fold into the metal. But there's also a lot more to it than that. No, this appears to have been translated into common.
Okay.
Well, I'm good with my 2 books. I don't know if anybody else needs to do any research or whatever, but
You can just call that book Dwarven Arcsmithing.
Okay.
Are you buying it, or are you renting it through Marte's status as an alumni? Through Anand's status as an alumni?
None. And I hold the book up. Do you got me? Waving it around.
Yes, I've got you.
Like,
All right. Anything else?
I'm good.
while we're here,
Alright.
should we at least go and see what this job offer is since we're already at the school?
Yes, if we're allowed to.
Yeah, I mean, especially with Anand with you, you'd have full access.
Well, I guess if we need to, then probably we could take it. We could take a weekender. It's just a little bit. Any sign of danger, we're out. We are out of here. Any sign of danger.
Alright. I guess we're making our way to the anthropology and history department.
All right. Doesn't
Oh,
take
that
you very
sounds-
long to get there.
That sounds peaceful. Anthropology.
What are you afraid of?
Scared.
I'm not afraid. I just don't want to be hurt.
Since when? You've always loved a good clash. Those vampires were right up your alley, weren't they?
No,
Yes,
they were
they
not.
You did so
No.
well with it.
Yeah, you didn't come anywhere near you, Neston.
Yes, they did.
No, they didn't. They barely.
You
even
got to do
touched
your
you.
whole, triaging thing. It was awesome.
At the same time, we get to kill some undead.
Yeah.
Not my thing. Not that type of cleric.
All right. So I'm assuming we're there already.
Yeah, so you walk in, and I mean, you pretty much have free access to this. So you go down a hallway, and you see something that just says Vice President Shalkor Kyrell as like a name tag on the outside of the door. As you walk into this university, it's definitely a place of higher learning. There's several classes that are already in session. You see that you pass by one room that's labeled Magical Science. Continue past that, and you pass by another that says the Science of Archaeology, and in an office directly adjacent from this, you find the Vice President's room, who is also... He's the Vice President of the whole school, but he's also head of the Archaeology Department, or better known as Anthropology and History.
Of course, yes.
Yes, come in.
Yeah, I'll go on in.
I stay outside
I'm like,
the
Turns
door.
around.
What up, Doc?
Turns around in his chair and says... He pauses for a moment and says... Anand Amastasia. You graduated from here a few years ago.
Did.
I remember you. You took a few of my classes. Yes. Oh, don't tell me you're a hero now.
Kinda.
That's kind of I mean, does that define a hero? Say, burn.
I got nothing.
Yeah, you're kind of getting in and
Just-
out there, Tony.
Yeah, you sound like a robot, Tony.
Bandwidth just went poopy.
I'm doing a job. Well, I'm looking to do a job, and it just so happens me to take on the heroic mantle for a while. But it's purely in the interest of higher learning.
So, describing the appearance of this guy, and you tell me, Neston, whether this makes you feel uneasy. This guy looks almost as much like a Primal Vold as he does an Awakened one. He's at least a foot taller than Anand is. He looks to be about 7.5 feet tall. His face is extremely gaunt. His eyes are bloodshot. His irises don't appear to have any color to them. They are solid black. He has long, flowing black hair that stops about his mid-back. His ears are long to an exaggerated level, to the point where his ears probably extend a foot above his head. So actually, if you count the ears, he's more about a little over 8 feet tall if you count the height of his ears. His arms are extremely long, where the end of his fingertips probably rest at knee level. Arms are extremely thin, almost skeletal. And you can see that the typical crusted portion on the back of the wrist where a Vold spike comes out. There's these large gaping holes on the wrist. And you can even see sort of the outline of the sharp spike underneath the skin. He's very skinny and narrow as well, almost emaciated to a point. And he appears to just be wearing a solid black robe with gold embroidery. Now, does his appearance make Neston feel uneasy? Because you've never quite seen an awakened Vold that looks like this.
Yeah. But fear, like, I'm not this guy.
Okay. You're not what for the guy? Sorry, you were kind of breaking up again.
Hold on. Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah. No,
Yes, I
I
can hear you.
Okay. I said not fearful, but like eyes off of the guy.
Okay. He gives you a suspicious look. Give me a perception check, real
I
quick,
give him a
Neston.
suspicious look.
Am I gonna notice this awkward tension, seeing as we've
I
been
would
traveling
assume-
together for some time?
Assume so. Neston, you're not sure, but you swear that you notice a smirk cross his face when he looks at you.
I don't know if I'm going to be offended that Neston is judging him visually, or if my old professor, who is one of my own, is having second thoughts about one of my compatriots. That's a weird position. Once again, Anand is riding the fence. Oh. So, in an effort to cut the tension, I'm like, so, still staying in peak physical condition. How you doing, dog?
Oh, quite well. In fact, actually, that's part of the reason that the rest of you are here. There's an archaeological site that I'm trying to gain access to, but no team that has visited this site has come back. There are reports of a loud roar, of a high-pitched screech that emits from behind the waterfall of Snakehead Falls to the north of the city. And this site is of great interest to me.
One of ours?
No, but I do believe that it may be connected. I believe we are all connected, especially the continents of Falthanzia and Volcalos. Naturally, there are those in the academic community who refute my position on this vehemently, but I believe that there are more similarities than we at once believed between the Eladrin and the Vold as we are now. And I wish to access this archaeological site. So that is where the job posting comes in.
You said no one has returned.
No team has
So
returned.
they're all dead.
Yes,
I-
yes.
I
What he's
assume-
referring is they're all
I
dead.
said we
I
all
assumed the worst.
came in agreement. If there's any sign of danger, we would leave. I
Nope. Did not turn
Please.
that to agreement. Neston, you are
Please.
more than gladly to stay out of this. But
That
I'm
is
definitely interested.
most
And
You
doing
consider
this.
thing that you
yourself to
can
be an
do.
intellectual at all. Please help me. I will tell you my own theory here. And my theory is this, that there are those who have reported that this roar resembles that of a dragon. However, there are as far as the rest of us know, there are no chromatic dragons who dare come to the continent of Falthansia. The only hostile dragon that I could imagine would be an obsidian dragon. So if I had to guess what has taken up residence behind this waterfall, that would be my best guess. However, there are those who have also pointed out inconsistencies between the roar that has been reported and the actual sound of an obsidian dragon. That in and of itself is a mystery too.
So, what are you asking? Are we to go and investigate and find out what it is, or to go and kill it?
Go and eliminate the threat. Investigate no further. I do not wish for you to inadvertently damage any historic evidence that might be present at this archaeological site.
Is it an ancient dragon historic?
Whatever it is, it needs to be gone. If it has been killing my archaeological teams, clearly it is of no benefit here. Clearly it needs to be
If I
removed.
was an endangered creature and somebody kept dragging their muddy boots in my house, I would probably attack them too. I'm just saying.
Any metallic or gem dragon would not kill them. That we know for certain. Hell, they'd likely invite them in for tea. If
And
these teams are being killed, it is either an obsidian, or, more troubling, some sort of chromatic dragon that has braved this continent, that is not intimidated by the pact that the metallics and the gemstones have made with one another to keep the chromatics from coming here. Either way, it is troubling.
And what is it exactly you're offering to go and slay a dragon?
The entire horde of this dragon. I expect nothing from it. I wish to examine it, just in case there's anything of historic significance. But that which appears to just simply be treasure is yours to keep.
I don't mean to be rude, but if we go and kill the dragon, why would his horde be yours anyway to offer? So what exactly are you offering for us to go and fight the dragon?
Make a persuasion check.
Okay.
Can I make it with him to give him advantage on it?
You may.
Alright, do some advantage.
Holy shit. There's something
Yes.
that happens with every single one of your characters, and they always have really good persuasion. What the fuck?
He says to you, I have some research funds tucked away. I hoped to use them to hire on some more researchers, but I suppose you bring up a valid point. You are certainly welcome to part of the research money that I have set away. How does 1,000 gold for each of you sound? In addition to everything you find in the Horde that is not of historical significance.
And I'm guessing this is how y'all got rich in the last campaign.
Also, yes.
Alright,
little bit.
Well, actually,
I thought it
Kevin
was a-
didn't know how to gamble.
Yeah, didn't-
Yeah, I didn't know the
kinda-
rules of gambling.
And so we
So-
kinda,
Oh my
I honestly thought this was a legit question. It's like, well, you can just keep everything you get from killing the monster. I'm like, what are you offering? Because anybody can just get that for killing the monster. If
Sure.
random Joe Bob just happened to cross this thing and killed it, it was like, oh, there's a horde of gold. No,
He
I'm
thought
gonna leave
the
that.
knowledge of the dragon and the likely horde that the dragon possesses would be reward enough. Okay.
I'm-
Yeah, likely horde doesn't mean that's gonna be one.
Well, every dragon has a horde.
I'm just saying that I am not for killing anything like a dragon.
I will.
Of course you want, but you will get plenty of gold for just sitting
don't
back and
need
healing
gold.
all of us.
Do you want gold? Because I have gold.
Yes.
I can just give you. To
No,
not-
I don't want your golden. I don't want your gold.
I have just
What?
one
Let's
further request. 1,000 gold is fine, but me, I can't speak for everyone else here. But you seem to be a knowledgeable man. But would you be able to make your resources available if we wanted it further to try and get some, I don't know, an expertise, opinion, advice on some things that we might have down the road?
Oh, what if we just had like one of his acolytes just join up on our merry ship and follow us around, like the chef that we picked up, or the enchanter that we have on the ship, or now a bird? Why don't we just grab a merry band of fellow travelers to join us on
We're
these
just gonna recruit a
escapades around
secondary
the
group
world?
of adventurers,
that's
and
a
we can just send them out
Great
on a side story.
idea.
So wait,
Neston,
what
that
is
is a
it that you're
wonderful
asking
idea.
me to give you? You wish for me to
Well-
send one of my students with you, perhaps an understudy?
If you want to, if they want to come with, it's a learning opportunity. That's up to you. But I'm pretty sure my boy Lucas here had something different in planned.
I just
Yes,
wanted
speak
to
your mind, witch.
just wanted to be able to have you as a reference, or just a go-to to be able to. I don't know. You seem like a knowledgeable person, so in case we have something that we might need some insight on later on.
I'm a doctor in my field, I would certainly believe so.
Well, you seem
I'm
like you
also a
might
doctor
rub
in my
elbows with a
field.
lot of people, like we've recently done. In fact, I just recently had a nice going-ons with some upper crust family members, and I might not have been able to carry myself as well as I could. With the Jakarvis family, I don't know if you're familiar with them.
I've heard the name. Yes, a noble family of high elves. Let me guess. Blue hair, red eyes. Does that ring a bell?
Yeah, something like that. Do you know any of them personally?
They live in Nifrion, as far as I know.
Much contact with them at all?
What, you
Actually,
just-
I do. See, I also serve as an ambassador for the Vold people to Falfanzia. I've led quite a few refugees in the process of immigrating to both of the twin cities of Nifrion and Precipice.
Well, just I don't know if you've been down there recently, but that other place down there is not doing well off at all.
What
We
place?
stopped the serial killer, but
Oh, you speak of Calamlux.
yes.
I must admit, I'm ashamed to say I have not been home in many years.
Well, we killed
Falfanzia
this.
is my home now.
We killed the serial killer. Well, they did. I didn't help. But the people aren't doing well.
Which is why I am as adamant as I am for offering anybody who wishes to the opportunity to leave that place.
Hey, Gavin, this whole time, has he just been looking at me this entire time?
He's no, he's been looking at the whole group, but his gaze just sort of, when your gazes meet, they appear to be fixed for more than a moment.
For the life of me, I cannot find the first name of that agent.
Can I make an insight check?
Valrange Archivist?
Valorant. Yeah.
Yeah. What kind of check did you want to make?
Insight.
Yeah, make an insight check.
Okay. Pretty sure I get advantage on insight checks. Let me check.
Well, to be honest, I was kind of grilling them to make an insight check here shortly, so if you want, you can have advantage from me helping, if that's alright.
Actually,
well-
now that you mention it, though, it might be better for you to make your own because of that finder's goggles.
I do a regular roll and I add a d4. It's not like super huge because my insight's not great. I have a +1 to insight, so I'm not too worried about it.
I struggle to think how you could actually assist somebody with their insight, though.
Okay.
So now I'm gonna say you can each make your own, but like with persuasion, you get to assist by saying a few words, and with crafting, you get to assist by being an extra set of hands.
Well, we're just all both keeping eyes on them as we're asking questions, but that's fine, man. You tell me.
Yeah, I
No,
don't
both of you can make your own.
I don't remember how, but I get advantage in investigation and insight. I don't. It's in my D&D Beyond
elf
on my
thing?
character sheet. I don't know if it's like a pallet elf thing.
It's
think
incisive sense. It is a pallet elf thing. You have advantage on intelligence, investigation, and wisdom insight checks.
Oh, yeah.
Intelligence, investigation, and insight.
With a 7, Kelvin and Strong.
Flex.
As far as you know, I mean, you're kind of, sort of a Falfanzia native. Nightvine tends to hover in Falfanzia a little more than the other two continents, so...
I was more curious to see if he had any kind of connection to the cult dude, since he was all about the Vold, and this guy seems to be pretty involved with Vold, especially since
Who was all about the Vold?
What's that?
Who was all about the Vold?
The agent guy.
Oh!
Good.
I mean, he's knowledgeable, but as far as you can tell, he's just... I mean, your knowledge, you've heard the name a few times, he's a huge advocate for Vold rights.
Yeah, but
he's sort of
remember, the whole thing was me and Anad. We're basically like, okay, this dude's trying to run a cult, and this guy here that looks like a super really Vold that probably gets a lot of racist flack might work together. I don't know. I thought there might be a connection there. That's all I was looking for.
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, granted, this isn't saying much because that's not a great insight, but as far as you can tell, he has knowledge of the family because he's a knowledgeable person. Now, Neston, from what you can glean with that 27,
Yes.
there's something, it's hard to put your finger on, but...
Is it? Even with the 27?
Even with the 27, I'm already telling you a lot. There's something about this guy that doesn't sit right. There's something about him that in his gaze, with the smirk you notice on his face, whenever his eyes met yours, that he has an agenda.
Marriage!
You know what it is. There's something about the guy, and you know who he is. He's a huge advocate for Vold rights. But there was even a scandal a few years ago where he gained even more notoriety than he has because he criticized what did I call those group? What did I call that group? The Project Dawnsphere. And Project Dawnsphere, their whole thing is they exist to kill Primal Vold, and he claimed they were inhumane. And he caught a lot of flack for that. So there's just something about the guy that's just not sitting right with you, but you don't know what it is.
Even with that smirk that he gave me, like what? I don't know. I'm just trying to think. Like,
caught a hint of contempt, maybe.
allow me to.
Alright, the dude's sus. I don't think that what he's saying is wrong, though.
Allow me to reiterate myself. I am a Paladin elf. I will not assist you in harming any mythical or draconic or ancient being of any kind. If you get injured, this is the whole reason why y'all brought me along in your merry band. I will help you with your injuries, but I will not help you kill such an ancient being.
If that's what it is.
If he's there and somehow... I mean, Lucas, you can just talk him into going away. You live in a forest that moves.
I mean, I did. I'm not staying there currently.
And then Molly,
says, what if you find that it is a new incursion of chromatic dragons, and they are attempting to retake the continent from the gemstones and the metallics?
Well, there always has to be conversation first.
No, I like going in there guns blazing better.
Yeah, no,
my
that's
style.
good. Yeah, and dragons like to just eat people that make too many loud noises.
See, that's why I keep my distance instead of going up point blank range.
Look,
Wish Brandon
dragons are old.
I know, right?
Dragons are old. They love
You don't know how old this
their
one is.
speeches. If it is a dragon and it's an ancient dragon, like he said earlier, then it's probably going to try and talk to us.
Ancient. An
Well, then-
ancient dragon, they are over 700 years old. This could be anywhere between 1 to 600, which would just simply make it an adult. That's not to say it's not an ancient, and if it is an ancient, you can tell based on its size. I do not blame you at all for turning tail and running away.
Alright, I'll
We
just
call
say,
that
let's
a
put it to a
tactical
vote.
retreat.
Who wants to go and investigate and fight the dragon? There we go. Majority has it. Doesn't matter whether it's 1,000 or 600 or 582. We're gonna go and deal with this thing. So let's go find out.
Thank you so much. Your contributions will be remembered. And I will pray to Coralon for your safe passage back.
Now, do we know where exactly? You said Snake's Head. I'm not familiar with the area.
Snakehead Falls. You just head due north. When you begin to see a series of streams, just simply follow them to their source, and you will find Snakehead Falls. You were investigating a cavern behind the waterfall. I believe, based on archaeological texts that I have found at other dig sites, that this location is home to an ancient elven city of immeasurable size. The knowledge that we could glean from this location is limitless. This could tell us the entire origin of the Fae.
But we gotta go kill a thing first.
Sounds great, yeah.
And yes, and just make sure that when you are done, you can help yourself to the Horde. But do not investigate any further. I do not wish for you to accidentally step on a fragile relic that may have been of use to us. You kill the creature and you come back.
Alright, well.
Understood.
You got it,
Any
Jafar.
other collateral damage in there?
Professor Doctor, I have a question for you. Theoretically, of course.
Start walking out.
If someone is killed by a Vold,
Actually, I don't.
primal Vold, do they turn into a primal Vold?
If they are an elf, yes.
So then how would they lose their soul?
Primals do not have souls. As
Yes.
far as all is concerned, that body, while they are not undead, their soul passes and begins the cycle of reincarnation anew.
Right, okay.
So it is entirely possible for a primal Vold to exist, but for that creature's soul to have already passed on to another elf.
So then, does a primal Vold have a soul?
No.
As far as all the research is concerned, unfortunately, no, they do not.
So they're basically zombies. But they're not undead.
They are not undead.
So they're gingers.
Oh, yes, okay.
I like it. Oh.
However, I
Do
believe
we
that every
have
fiber
souls?
of my being, that every awakened Vold in the world has a soul. Any
Do you
Vold who
bel-
can think, any Vold who can feel emotion.
Do you
Where
think
else could those feelings come from but a soul?
do you think that innate power can be inherent to a soul rather than a bloodline?
Well, yes, as far as history is concerned, all of the greatest elvish kings have possessed magical power that their ancestors have possessed.
So if someone was born like, I don't know, let's say 113 years ago, and they found out that they had some type of inherent power or soul, then they would have like unlimited power or something, like multiple powers.
Necessarily unlimited, but you would, while it is rare, it is possible to gain insights into the memories of these individuals, to learn from their experience and to use that experience combined with your own to guide you on the path that would possibly cause you to rise to a state of greater power.
Do you believe that the primal Vold can be reversed? And if so, how would you enact a soul back into them?
There is no evidence to date that the primal curse can be undone. Once,
So would you call primal Volds monstrosities? Like abominations?
Why is that nice open?
Since they have
he
no
pauses
soul.
for a moment and says, I believe in a sense, they are also misunderstood.
I don't like this game of 20 questions.
Right. But they have no soul. And they're not undead, so that
Right.
makes them a form of abomination, right?
You can see him. You notice a little twitch in his eyebrow.
Do you see where I'm going with this, Professor? Dragons have souls. They are living creatures. But never mind. I digress.
So, anyways, so about a scholar maybe joining us. Do you have any scholars that might want to travel on a ship and see the world, I guess?
Talk to me when you come back, perhaps. I'd have to ask around.
All right, ask around, and we shall return with the slain dragon.
Let's go! Snake's Head!
Eee.
Hey, when I finished talking to him, was there like an uncomfortable air in the room?
It was uncomfortable from the start when you first started talking to him.
Good.
All right, let's get going.
I had to swim
Wow.
out because the tension was so thick after that.
He's like, I
We go to
don't like
Snake's
this
Head.
game of 20 questions.
And I will go ahead and cast Mage Armor on the way out the door.
Okay.
So, is it just me, or whenever Gavin talks, he's doing like this, then doing like that, then
He's got
doing
He's
like
got,
this?
he's got
I
free
totally
screens.
forgot I was even on Zoom. I don't even have Zoom open right now.
Dude, he's like doing this.
He's got.
No, but like
so
he's
I
not
don't know.
looking to the side. No, but like he's not looking to the side. He's always like looking diagonally. Like
Yeah,
You have
because
no
that's
idea
where
how many,
my,
like, he's got whiteboards all around him, and there's like little red strings with like sticky notes all over his room. So it's like, yes,
So
no.
I do actually put some notes in other places around the room too.
It's like
All
if
right.
Tony says this, yes, no.
The other reason I'm always looking at an angle is because my Zoom screen is on my second monitor, but the camera is on the first monitor.
So you gotta put the camera on the same monitor as your Zoom thing. So like, and that's the weird thing is like I'm still looking like to me I'm looking off to the side, but I'm looking at you. But like if I'm listening to Tony, I'm looking at the camera because Tony's picture is right underneath my camera.
Good. That's where I should be. I should be in the center of everybody's screen.
all right,
I know that's
so
where
I'm just
Marquet
saying,
has me. He's got my picture
we
saved
should-
in his background, next to a plate of barbecue.
So we're doing this while we're walking to Snakehead.
yeah.
Damn it.
It's actually probably better to drive there. As you see this little dirt road that sort of branches off from the northern edge of the city.
How long does
that-
it take for us to get there?
To get probably 20 minutes.
Okay.
Could I pull out my dragon book while we're on the drive out there to find out any more information?
So you do read up on, because his theory was that it was an obsidian dragon. He couldn't say for sure, and there were some critics that sort of argued against that, but he thought it was probably an obsidian dragon. You don't know what kind. You read that the obsidian dragon is an offshoot of the other gemstone dragons, that when that race was initially created, when that flight of dragons was initially created, they used to all be in harmony. Gemstone dragons tend towards neutrality, but the obsidian dragon developed an air of cruelty. They're more comparable to chromatic dragons. They're solid black. They have thick, rocky scales. In fact, those who have felt a obsidian dragon scales actually say that it feels like stone, like very hard stone. Obsidian dragons, additionally, are their typical breath weapon is that of fire. They also possess some psionic capabilities as well, which most other gemstone
Of course
dragons
they do.
As far as loot goes, gemstone dragons tend towards their favorite sort of loot is fallen armaments. Basically, any sort of weapon or armor that was used or worn by somebody who was killed. That's their favorite kind of loot. Additionally, like all dragons, they collect gold, silver, platinum, stuff like that too. But they love bloodied armaments. That tends to be what they collect.
Okay. Hey guys,
Hey,
he likes dead people's armor as mementos.
yeah, that's nice.
Well,
So
I don't wear armor, so that works out well.
Same.
Works for me.
Yeah, neither do you. A lot of us don't wear armor in this group.
I do.
Yeah, actually, Neston does.
Nice knowing you, Dustin.
Have a cloak. That's about it. Not really armor, but okay.
Yeah.
So you drive for a little bit longer, and suddenly it sounds like a roar, but also like a scream. Like these sound waves that just cut through you, leave your ears ringing. Oh, yeah, you're good, Nick. But as you begin making your way towards around sort of like down a dirt road that probably is 10 or 20 feet from a creek that seems to end where this road picks up. And after a short period of time, you see why Snakehead Falls is called Snakehead Falls, as you see a waterfall off in the distance with this rocky formation, this sort of imperfect rocky formation that just, from the way that the waterfall crests down this rock, it appears to have made this like pointed figure with these two round holes, these sort of round crevices above this, and it vaguely resembles the head of a snake at the top of this waterfall. And you can see that on the other side of the waterfall there is a large cavern.
How much do y'all want to bet? I could go over that waterfall and not die.
There's a chance.
You're at the bottom of the waterfall, but
I could definitely come down that waterfall and land down here and float.
Well, don't we?
That's
Is the cavern on the other side of the waterfall? Like we go through the waterfall?
you have to go through the waterfall to get into the cavern.
pretty bold
So-
claims.
If we survive, we are all going to take turns going over the waterfall. Since y'all drugged me out here to fight a dragon, you all must face certain death by going over the waterfall.
Like, what does the bottom look like?
It's just a very large pool. It's actually very beautiful. To the point where, like, underneath this pool of water, and this is something that immediately strikes you too. You know what ley lines look like. All of you do. You've seen them, even if you didn't. When you come to Falthansia, now you do. Because you drive a long distance anywhere, you're likely to pass over one or two of them. They're all over the place in Falthansia. This pool of water has this iridescent glow underneath that cycles beautifully back and forth between purple, teal, red, yellow, green. It lights up the very water itself underneath. But then down each of these streams, there seems to be a separate ley line that extends from inside of this cavern as well. And it's hard to imagine there being this many ley lines all together in one place in such close proximity. There's only one other place in Falthansia where you'd see anything like this, and that's in a series of plains that exist in between Nifrion and Precipice, known as the Arkmount Expanse, where there is reported to be the highest concentration of ley lines in the entire continent. But this seems like something you'd see there, but you're not anywhere close to there.
Do we see anything else like that stands out? Like, if there's a dragon here, do we see footprints or anything where it looks like, blood stains from it eating people? I don't know. Just anything.
Nothing on this side of the waterfall.
So everything looks like just a peaceful, tranquil.
It's a peaceful, pristine, tranquil, natural haven.
Hey, so I have an idea. We go underneath the waterfall, and we don't use light sources. We just all go.
Okay. I can see in the dark
Okay.
pretty well. And so can Molly.
I think I can.
You will all be able to see in the dark well.
Yeah, you have
So, yeah, we all have dark vision.
Yep.
Does Bond have dark vision too?
Yeah, he's a half elf.
I'm half elf. Covered on that one.
Alright, well, since Lucas, you initiated the poll and the vote, you lead the way.
All right, let's go, Bon.
All right. So you're the rage guy in front? Yeah. How about
You're the sneaky guy that can check for traps. I'm a squishy witch.
This is a rage. I'm very conflicted for a rage rogue type, like especially with leading. Okay. All right. I'd go ahead checking for traps or checking for loose rock that we can fall. Is this like a cavern area?
So-
Like, we can fall?
You see that you can enter this cavern by there's sort of a narrow pass right at the far edge of this lake at the base of this waterfall, where it's probably only about 2 feet wide, but you can sort of sideways shimmy up this path to get into the waterfall without having to just swim inside.
Understood.
You know
Again,
you're probably going to get drenched on the way in, but that's okay. There's really no way around that.
All right, that's fine. And I will give you an investigation check to check for traps, I guess, just in case.
Go for it.
Well, I figured. Why would there be traps if a venturing crew came in here? They would have probably triggered them already.
You can check if you want to.
I'll just check.
It's better safe than sorry.
I mean,
Thanks.
the adventuring party did die, so they probably reset this. Oh.
No.
1,000% certain that there are no traps.
Yeah, yep. I figured that one. Yep. Anybody else want to give it a shot?
There's no traps here or within the next 100 miles of here. There's no
So-
traps anywhere in the
Yep.
world right now.
Yeah, I could. Yeah. Guys, we're all good, guys.
I'm only half proficient in it.
Give me a check if you want to.
Okay.
Man, what you mean? I thought we were good.
Not much better.
Yeah.
Again, you've. What's a trap? Well, whatever it is, it's definitely not here.
Okay. Yeah, this is where Gavin's like, oh yeah.
So we
what's the lighting like
confidently
in here?
make our way. Yeah.
It looks like dim light on the other side. You can tell that these ley lines appear to be sort of lighting up the cavern. So it's not going to be pitch black when you go inside.
Okay,
Where
so
you
but
wanna go?
if we're still in,
Sleepy.
if it's dim light
bed.
with dark vision, we see it as normal light, right?
Yes, within whatever range that you have, but yes.
I'm tank. So
How far does it look like
I
it
can
goes
lead
down
if I
in
need
there?
to.
Yeah, you probably best off of that.
Have you walked
Kinda
into the
rough.
cavern yet? Because it's kind of hard to tell looking in through the waterfall.
Okay. Can I poke my head around the waterfall to look in there?
You can, and for a moment you'd get the as water's just streaming onto your face, but
Character
yeah, you're
concern.
getting drenched the whole time that you're looking, but you can do so.
Okay, I just want to step through.
Alright,
Sink like a stone.
so you enter this large cavern, and immediately as you do so, give me a perception check.
I'm in danger.
Danger.
That's not
So-
dangerous.
You walk in and you almost trip over what you can't quite make out what it is. You look down at the ground and it looks like a blade, but it's clearly not. It's triangular shaped and like a wide triangle at the base, where it has this sort of domed curvature to it, almost like a scale. But it's this like silvery gray, sharp to the touch scale. That's not really like anything you've ever heard of before.
Pick it
Like
up.
dragon scales aren't
Nope.
supposed to be sharp.
I pick it up.
Upon further investigation, there's really nothing lustrous about it. It appears to just be solid gray, and you have to be very careful holding it because it is extremely sharp.
Cuts recipients out.
So
Do I think I can put it in the bag of holding without cutting the inside of the bag of holding?
Probably not. It's probably about that wide at the widest base of the scale.
Molly, I found a sharp rock for you. Here you go.
So are we all in the cavern now?
You tell me.
I mean, if people are going in, I'm going in.
I'm in there if
All
they're
right.
in there.
Okay, well, you're all sopping wet because you had to walk through a waterfall to get inside.
Prestidigitation.
There you go.
Same.
Oh, before we go any further, remember, voices carry through the cavern.
What?
Voices carry through the cavern.
You said voices carry?
Carry.
What?
So, while I have everyone gathered here in the cavern, everybody, don't blink.
Blinks vigorously.
So, before I take a 2-minute break, I'm going to give you guys one last little hint before you proceed. And you probably won't be able to do anything with this hint unless you just want to try to Google it. You notice that whatever type of dragon this is, you don't notice any bloodied armor around or any bloodied weapons. What you do notice is a lot of solid rock ore that appears to just be embedded with gemstones. Some diamonds, some sapphires, some rubies, but none of this should be anything that formed here naturally. They were brought here, as the type of rock that they're made from doesn't match the rock in the actual formation of the wall. Whatever sort of dragon this is,
Dragon?
they have a proficiency for they like to collect gemstones, it looks like.
Hey, I know most of you have been to my hometown, and I know some of you have met other pallid elves, so most of you have probably come to the conclusion that not all elves have golden eyes like mine. I'm different. But what I can do is I can share my blessing with you, if you want, if y'all would like. It's all voluntary.
I mean, I can see in the dark pretty well.
Well, this gives you perfect vision. It's not pretty well. I either see in the dark. Well, I just see.
I'll take it.
Sure, I'll give it
Oh,
a try.
well then good enough. And then as soon as Anon says I take it, I just pocket sand, and then just blow like gold dust into everybody's faces, right in their eyes, like the whole everybody.
And immediately when he does so, your vision takes on a slight bluish tinge, but all of the darkness that was past your dark vision disappears, and you can see perfectly. It's like looking through, to describe the sensation, it's like looking through night vision goggles, but instead of seeing green, you kind of see like a light bluish color. And
That's cool.
You see perfectly, as
So-
if you were standing in bright sunlight.
Your dark vision extends out to 300 feet,
Well, dang.
and it's just vision.
Wow. Who saw that coming?
I'll be back in 2 minutes, alright?
Alright.
Yeah. So okay. So, this dim light. It says that you see dim light as though you were standing in bright light.
Sweet.
So you just see now. Bond, you suck. Shut up, Bond. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Sorry, Bond. Had to give you your weekly dose.
Oh, yep. Uh-huh.
Shut up. Quit laughing. Shut up. I gotta do it since Brendan's not here. Sean, it's your turn. You can take over.
I refuse.
Find your inner malady, inner malady, inner malady. Hey, so did anybody grab any of the peppermints from the wedding?
Yeah, I had one.
No, did you like pocket some to take home?
No.
Yeah, I got no souvenirs. Thanks for that.
Well, I still have a whole box of napkins. I have probably about another 1.5 pounds of peppermints.
Good God. Trick or treat, mints.
Oh yeah, they're all getting mints with my wedding anniversary date on it.
Absolutely.
Been setting up my griddle that I got. A friend of mine gave me a 36-inch griddle.
Very nice, very nice.
Was setting it up today. I gotta season it. So.
All right. So, do you guys continue to progress through the cave, or what do you do?
I mean, I think we can just stand around here with our dicks in our hands.
10 minutes of perfect vision.
Alright.
Keep on going.
You truck forward, and this is when you start seeing sort of greater signs of, yeah, there's definitely something here. As you make your way through a passageway, sort of this, I don't want to say narrow, but this hallway that's maybe only about 40 feet wide, you can tell that whatever it is that moved through this hall is big. And you can see places of on the rocky formation of the walls where the scales have cut and scraped against it, leaving large gashes in the side of the walls. You even notice at one point there appears to be a sign of a skirmish at one point in time, but there's signs of just latent destruction, of entire sections of these walls that have been collapsed and crumbled for really no reason at all, as if something just struck it out of pure rage. And it's becoming more and more obvious to you that the Doc might have been wrong with his prediction that it's a obsidian dragon. You don't notice any scorch marks either. In fact, you don't really notice signs that any sort of breath weapon was used. You don't see where anything was, like any pools of poison or any parts of the walls that might have been eaten away by acid or any scorch marks or anything like that. It's just whatever is here is just a creature of pure brutality.
Fantastic.
Well, anybody need to do anything to prepare and to do stuff? Poison on your weapons! Poison!
I would like to raid.
I'm feeling that poison won't do much to this thing.
Maybe, maybe not. You never know.
Yeah, I don't even know if I have any more poisons to poison any weapons. I don't even think my other rifle will do anything lightning. Depends on what it is.
It's up to you guys.
Yeah, I'm gonna rage out.
You
That's pretty much it.
hear movement.
You could go ahead and
Coming
activate your
from-
flame tongue.
I could do that, but no.
Yeah.
You hear movement coming far down the other side of the cavern, and whatever it is, you don't know for sure, but there's a chance it doesn't know that you're there.
Yeah, I think we're stealthing further in at this point.
Yeah,
Give me a stealth check.
Everybody.
This is to see whether you can actually keep your presence hidden. I need one from everybody.
I'm not logged in since you kicked me out.
And what type of medium armor is Neston wearing?
So me and Bond put up our hoods.
So you have advantage?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So let me.
But what
Let
sort
me-
of medium armor is Neston wearing, though? Is it a
Double
breastplate?
three.
or-
Breastplate.
Oh, I'll take my first roll.
Oh my goodness, that's so low.
I'll take my 19. I'll take my 19.
But I'm in the very back of everybody. So, I make noise and y'all get seated. Is
At
this
this
a
moment-
rust dragon?
I don't know, maybe. At this moment, you Anand, or not Anand, I mean Neston, and we'll go ahead and say Lucas too. Lucas, you take a step forward, and without even noticing that it was there, you step on this large wooden plank that looked like it had been on a cart that was likely probably brought there for the purpose of bringing relics and artifacts back with them, and it cracks. Neston, as you start to tell him to be quiet, you kick over one of these other scales, and it clanks down the hallway, and you hear this enormous roar
I just turned to
as
Neston and
you
go, "You
see-
fool of a took!"
as you see creeping around the corner this gray dragon with spiky, sharp scales and glowing red eyes as it opens its mouth with this thick saliva dripping from its mouth, and it lets out
Is it
one
dripping or
last
seepage.
thunderous roar, and I need everybody to roll initiative.
So is the saliva seepage or is it dripping?
Oh,
I ended that phone
Massive
call
seepage,
at the perfect time.
dude. It is a gratuitous amount of seepage.
Ooh. Oh, I love gratuity.
oh
And this
baby.
calls for
Oh,
a
hey.
song change. I'm
Roll the
gonna
second
go
time you
ahead-
roll with advantage.
One person.
Oh.
It's always one person that gets higher initiative than I do.
I'm gonna go ahead and
Roll the
thank
wrong
you
one.
Kit, for this particular song.
My initiative
Well,
is
you rolled
I have
three times now.
a ridiculous bonus
No,
to my
that's-
initiative, I swear.
Right there.
Plus
And then you
7?
rolled with
Why isn't
advantage.
it working?
Didn't
Oh,
you
there
just
we
say
go.
I had an advantage?
Yeah, so you would roll one more time. You roll once, and then you roll.
Milo, move.
Well, just leave it be. We'll see.
How
Which
do you
one
find
do I
your-
roll, guys?
It's in the center of your character sheet. It says
It's in between
INIT.
AC and speed. It's in
Thank
between
you.
AC and speed.
Why don't I have advantage on my initiative? I
'Cause you
want
have to click
advantage
it.
on my initiative.
You can roll it twice and take the higher, or if you remember to, you can.
I don't think you do. You get an initiative advantage on your initiative?
I don't believe so. Because on the sheet it would have the golden star next to it, right?
That just means proficiency.
Oh, that's just proficiency. Okay. Because, like, sorry,
You have
D&D
to have
Beyond,
an-
it just has an A that says advantage. But I don't believe I get advantage. Like, I don't have any reason to have advantage on my initiative unless, I have the Shield of Warning or something like that, which I don't.
Yeah, I'm assuming you don't have it.
Cloistered Scholar. I have cloistered hemorrhoids.
You guys.
Why
would-
does it get all gritty if I... Okay, this is weird. This map does not seem like it's...
You gotta be like zoomed out for it to not be heavily gritified.
Yeah.
Well, that's the grid. So
Do it, whatever, it's fine.
I'm
How
zoomed in. I
tall
can
is-
see it.
How
It's
tall is
about
this
a
cavern?
60-foot cavern.
Okay. Swagger.
This is very weird. How do you make the grids go away?
You have to have the grid.
But, like, how do you make them blend in? Like, they're just
You're just gonna have to
There's-
make do
there's
for
no
now, man.
way to.
they're just, like, over... encompassing the entire map
Yeah.
to where you can barely see
He's
anything.
he's gonna have to go in on his own time to change the transparency to how he likes it through the grid system, but that's
So this is just the
Another
grid
thing.
provided by Fantasy Grounds. So
Yeah.
I don't know if there's any way to change it in Fantasy Grounds, but
Grid Infinity Ground Sash. It's fun. It is what it is. Oh, there we
you
go. That looks a
Yo.
whole lot more better. Oh, yeah, that I like the green.
I can work
dig
with
the
that.
green.
I can totally
Yeah.
work with that.
Yeah,
I
green's,
dig the green.
green's a little easier. Actually,
Alright.
can you make it teal for me?
Oh, here we are.
Thanks, man.
Of course.
The color teal.
Sure. Why?
I just really appreciate when things are teal.
Are you me?
Am I?
Just
Uh,
how deep is the water? Did we kind of get a gauge on that?
That water appears to be about 20 feet deep.
Okay. Cool.
So
Where are we
give me
standing?
a second to place you guys. So where you guys were at when this happened is you would have been up on this cliff face to the north.
Oh, good. At least we're up high. Where's the beast? Or whatever the fuck it is.
About to place him.
Okay. Is it a... So, can we tell? Is it an actual dragon? Or, like...
It is a fang dragon.
Dang.
It is the type of dragon that lacks a breath weapon, but saps the life essence from whoever it is that they bite.
What is
It's
up
a
with
vampire
you
dragon.
and tapping life out of people?
It's not a vampire. These things can go in sunlight.
Secret fantasy of the
It's
DM.
not. It doesn't drink your blood. It literally
It drinks
drains,
you.
It drains your life essence. It drains your
What's
soul.
up with you and things draining things? What the fuck?
Energy vampire.
Hey, maybe it's just a kink. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's all you, bro. Like...
He's describing his life at work when the patients drain him.
Oh gosh.
So
So-
this
Accident.
creature appears to be about 25 to 30 feet tall. This is an adult dragon.
And how, like, it looks like we're up on a cliff and he's down below. Like, how much lower is he from us?
About 20 feet.
We
So is there like a sign of a nest where they would be? It would be sleeping, or like where?
Nope, I'm done. I'm out. I just saw the picture. I'm out.
you saw the
Sorry,
photo.
Yeah, the
Of
token.
what it looks like.
Yeah, I zoomed in. No, I'm done.
What's
Oh,
this
it, that looks pretty cool.
You watched
Yeah,
Neston take a
not gonna lie, they
nosedive
look pretty
off the
dope.
cliff.
The last edition this one showed up in was 4th edition. Apparently, the reason they didn't make it in 5th is because they're actually extinct now, but not in my game.
Touche.
course
Yeah,
not.
we're all up here on the cliff. I'm standing there by Lucas.
So
So,
let me guess. This thing chunks rocks at people.
I mean,
You just answered your own
no.
question.
All right,
No.
Lucas,
I don't
we
know.
are up.
Yeah. Somehow, one person, always the one person, gets ahead of me. Gets ahead of the road. Dude,
You're gonna be happy that I go ahead of you.
Yeah.
you're right. You're right. You know what? I'm gonna shut up and let you do your thing, then.
Yeah. Yeah. I gotta make sure I can get away though. Yeah, so I'm gonna start off. I'm gonna twin cast haste on our barbarian and rogue.
Okay.
Great. Saves me the trouble of having to do it, because that's what I was going to do.
And then let's see if I can do something here. I'm gonna want to let's just fucking burn some numbers here. I will minor illusion quicken cast a giant diamond.
A giant diamond.
A giant diamond.
Sick.
Because which way
Okay.
is he looking right now?
Oh, he's looking straight at you. if you remember what Flora read out of the book, she's actually read about these before. They are known as being the most aggressive and savage of all of the dragon races. They're the most bloodthirsty. They crave death more than any other dragon does.
All right.
More than a black?
Oh yeah.
So, right about right over here, it's gonna look like there's like this tumbling diamond falling down, like it's gonna go fall into the ravine or something. But it's a nice size, big old shiny diamond.
Okay.
And I will make my motherfucking way out of here.
Run!
I don't know how much
The
further.
direction that you just came from was from the east. That's where you came from.
Oh, we're not staying?
God, I don't really have a lot of space to move to. It's fine. Actually, I'm just gonna go like right up here and like hug this wall.
By the way, I just wanted to remind you of the promise I made regarding legendary resistances. So I did that. I took that into account with this.
Oh no.
The first creature you fight in the entire campaign that'll have legendary resistances is Kaleem himself.
Alright. I just burned through a shitload of my meta magic points, but you know what? I felt it was worth it. So, that's my turn.
Hopefully it's worth it. Hopefully.
Oh, by the way,
Fine.
can you make it so I can actually move my character?
How do I enable that? I think... Okay, I think you should be good now.
Alright, yeah, I'm like over here. I'm like hugging the wall, trying to be inconspicuous.
Yes.
Okay. Let's see.
And you are hasted, my friend.
Yes, I do realize that.
Hey, can he use his hasted action to reload his gun?
No, I'm gonna say not. It takes a whole action to do it, and
You evil man.
well, it does say you can use an item as a hasted action. Yeah, I'll say you can. Why not?
So, what my thought is, like, he has to sacrifice an attack to reload his gun, right?
A
Or is
whole
it-
action.
Oh, okay.
But I'll say he can use his hasted to do it. It's interacting with an item, so it makes sense. I think it falls within the rules, and I'm trying to stick to those. So
I'm just gonna fire some shots at this thing. I don't want to ruin Lucas's plan on distracting him with the diamond, but that's the only thing I can really do.
with what gun?
Right. You know,
You trying out
I'll
your
just-
new what is it? The ionizer?
I don't know if that's gonna work on this thing. What do you, do I know enough to know that this thing would not absolutely work on this thing?
I mean, you don't see any reason why it wouldn't. Hold on, I gotta update this weapon though, because you have some things that it should be all good now. The ionizer. You're not sure. You have. I mean, you know that these things don't have a breath weapon of their own. As far as lightning, you don't know.
You know what? Let's take a shot. I want to do one shot with the atomizer.
The ionizer. All right.
Ionizer, yeah. Let's take one shot with the ionizer. And I'm not gonna put any trick shots. I'm just gonna go for a solid shot.
Okay.
A fucking miss.
That misses.
All right. I guess we can go for another shot. This time, let's do. Let's use 1 grit point, and I'll do Deadeye accuracy, so I'll get advantage on this one.
Okay.
And you know what? Just because I'm feeling it, I'm gonna do the -5 to my roll to add a little more oomph to the shot.
Go for it.
Come on, dice, come on.
But
No!
with the -5, that misses.
That doesn't hit. Damn it! Fuck. All right.
Dude, you've got some shitty rolls, man. With advantage,
I
you roll a
know.
9.
I know, right? God.
You still
Why
got
did
your
it take-
bonus.
And hasted
Why did
action.
it take 3 shots? Why did it take 3 shots? It's just supposed to be 1.
It should have used 2 shots.
Yeah, it took 3. Okay.
Then
Don't
just
you-
give yourself 1 back.
Don't
Yeah,
you have
I
a
got it.
racial thing? Whenever you take advantage, you get to roll a 3rd.
Oh, you do. Yes, and every time you have advantage, you get a 3rd. You always get triple advantage. So you roll again. Roll a regular D20 and see
Okay,
if you hit.
yes, right. Right, alright. 17. And that's a plus
Plus 10. 27
10.
minus 5 is 22. That hits.
that hits. Alright. Let's go. Thank you. That saved my ass right there for that shot.
All right. As you aim your shot at this dragon, and the first shot, it's your first time firing the gun, so it caught you by surprise. You weren't quite ready for the recoil. You steady against your shoulder a little bit more. You feel the weapon start to vibrate as you pull the trigger down, and then boom, like a futuristic weapon from Halo, you just shoot this giant lightning bolt that arcs and zigzags across, slamming into this creature as it shrieks in pain. Just a thunderous roar in your direction, and it is looking right at you.
He had advantage, so doesn't he get sneak attack damage?
It does get sneak attack damage because you hit with
And
advantage.
I get the -5, which is
It does an additional 10 damage.
10.
So
Yeah.
add your sneak attack damage too. That should be in your damage rolls.
Yes. Sneak attack. Where'd that go? Oh, right here.
All right, additional 3 damage.
So
That was
26
29
total.
points of damage total. Not bad. I think you get a 3rd shot because you're hasted.
Yep. You get a 3rd shot. Alright.
You gonna
You
sack
know
a
what?
grit, or is this gonna be a regular shot?
I'm gonna stack another grit, and I'm gonna do a violent shot.
Okay. Keeping in mind
And-
that does raise your misfire score by 2. So you have a misfire.
And I'm going.
You're giving what up?
Yeah. I'm gonna drop prone to give me a +2.
Okay. Go for it.
Alright. What the fuck, bro? What is up with these rolls
So
tonight?
14.
No fucking
and
way.
and you misfire
Mm.
too.
Oh, motherfucker, man.
When you fire the shot, you see this bolt of lightning come out of the end of it, and then in a moment of confusion, it pauses in the air and almost like rewinds back into the gun. And you see this electricity coursing up your weapon as it just fries, and you see the steam and smoke just start pouring out of every opening into this gun.
God.
And that's the end of your turn.
Yeah.
All right, what's the mighty beaver doing? Didn't you
Okay.
already rage and activate your flame tongue?
I did.
All right.
So, as a tank typically does, I'm gonna haul ass towards the object I would like to murk.
Are you gonna
Can
activate
she
your boots of
slide down
speed,
that
or-
cliff?
Yeah, she can slide down.
Yes.
You can activate your
Okay,
boots
there you
speed
go.
and just because you don't have anything to do with the bonus action.
I think you might need it to get to him too, because that's 5, 10,
Don't I have
15,
haste?
20,
She's also
25, 30,
hasted.
35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70. No, it only takes 70 feet of movement to get to him, so hasted, you'd be able to make it.
Well, you can just do it just to do it in case he runs off from you.
Eh.
Yeah.
In case he runs away. Okay.
The jams have stopped, Gavin.
Why? It won't let me just like multiple copies of the same.
I think that's the division. I might have miscounted. Is that where I need to be?
Yep. Yeah. Now, the only option that you do have is, if you want, you can go reckless and have advantage on all your attacks, but any attack against you will have advantage.
Ooh, I don't know about that just yet. Maybe next round.
Okay.
Nah.
Then you get to attack twice. Yeah, with your flame on. Yeah, boy.
That hits.
Roll your damage.
Ah,
And then it's an extra 2 for rage damage.
yes. So let me add 2 more damage to him.
You get to attack again because you're hasted.
Beautiful. Ah.
Oh, it's so close to being an 18.
Is that the end of your turn?
That's all I got left.
Somebody misses for the 2 people that were hasted.
Kind of sad.
All right. So, what it is going to try to do is it's going to try to fly straight up. You may
Oh,
make an
God.
attack of opportunity if you would like, Molly.
I shall. With my glaive on. See what weapon I've got.
Hey, one second. I need to see something. I need to see things. What did you... Nope, never mind. You missed it with an 18. Okay, yeah, never mind.
Okay. I don't.
You rolled a 20.
Okay.
It didn't actually roll it.
I know. I was like, I did not, but I'll take
Just
it.
roll me a d20, and we'll figure it out. You get a +7.
I did a 16.
You rolled a 16?
Yeah.
Okay.
And the thing you just got going.
I'm not actually seeing any rolls there, though.
No. I might be lagging.
She rolled a 16. I think we can trust her.
And I can roll again.
Okay, is that the natural roll or
Natural
with
16,
bonuses?
so 16 plus 7.
Okay, yeah, that hits. Roll damage, and I think that makes his movement speed go to 0, doesn't it?
does.
So he drops out of the sky. He tries to fly away, and he drops out of the sky back to right to where he was standing.
Does he take falling damage?
See how it works.
No.
Why?
He only fell 10 feet, and the subtraction to that, based on my homebrew rules from his dex, would be calculated as if he had fallen less than that.
Okay.
Kind of tripped him.
Molly says, "Get down here, bitch."
All right.
I ain't done
So,
with you.
But he fell, which
He
means
probably-
he's prone, right?
He probably should have. No, he's not prone. He didn't take. You only land prone if you take damage from the fall. So he's going to, and I probably should have done this ahead of time because it might have worked out differently, but that's my fault. He's going to use his frightful presence. I need everybody to make a wisdom saving throw.
How far does that reach?
120 feet.
Well, gosh darn.
Vaughn, you passed. Flora passed. Do you get any bonuses to wisdom saving throws, Molly, while you're raging?
I don't
I'm enough to
think
count
she does.
before.
I don't think barbarians
I feel
get...
like if she's raging, she doesn't really care about fear.
I don't think there's anything that says that, though.
Yep.
So, Molly and Anand, you are now frightened. So you have disadvantage against all attacks against the target, or you have disadvantage against all attacks when the target is in your line of sight, and you cannot willingly move closer to it.
Well, fortunately, you don't need to. You're already up there.
So, and now he's just going to go with a full round of attack. He's coming at you with 1 bite and 2 claw attacks.
Yeah, your AC is also 2 points higher right now.
Oh, I have advantage on saving throws without getting frightened.
I thought it was just charmed that you had advantage with that.
That's for the Elven, but with Steps of the Brave, the Twilight Domain, you have advantage on saving throws against being frightened.
Oh, cool. That hits.
Yeah, it does. It hits like a motherfucker.
And Molly, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, gross.
Is it for like poison or something? 'Cause she has
This
both-
is not for poison.
And the damage needs to get halved because she's raging.
Yes, so give erase 14 wounds. So that's a pass. You feel like your life essence, what keeps you alive, the very nutrition in your body, everything about you that continues, living, was fading away, and you shrug it off. But it still has 2 more attacks. So it is coming at you. I'll tell you what, I'm going to roll this in the chat so you can half it yourself, okay? Any further damage. And now it's coming at you with 2 claw attacks. That's a miss. As you duck under this claw attack as it sweeps over your head, he's coming at you with another claw attack. That hits. You take 12 points of damage, halved to 6, as you take an additional 6 points of damage. And it is now Neston's turn.
Alright, so I gotta say, like, this little pillar...
I think you've taken 18, by the way. Oh, 20, okay. Yeah, it's 20, you're right. No, it was 20, you're right, because you took 14 before.
My keyboard's sticky.
Alright, saying,
Okay.
Tony?
This pillar, it looks like there's a broken pillar on the ground to the right of her.
Yes.
Okay. So... Jeez, that thing is so far away. Hey, just so I'm aware, we are in dim light, correct?
Yes, this is dim light.
I thought you were bright light with the thing above.
He activated Boots of Speed, I take it, to get up there.
Nope, hasted. Didn't need to.
Oh yeah, he twin spelled haste, huh?
Damn! I'm a team player this time around.
Oh, okay. Am I at least 60 feet away? I am exactly 60 feet away. Okay. So I'm gonna move up 30. I'm just gonna run and jump off the cliff, and I'm gonna go ahead and use my bonus action for Steps of the Brave, and I'm gonna start flying. Hold on. So that is... Okay, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Trying to get within 30 feet of Molly.
You just slid down that incline.
No, I ran and jumped off.
Okay.
More like gliding. Perfect. But would you say she's within 30? Well, actually, that's not right. I need the wrong token.
You are 35 feet from Molly right now.
Is that radius or diameter?
That is radius.
Okay. Well, shit. Five, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Son of a buck.
Who's moving my token?
That was me on accident. I was trying to fix the map using the arrow keys. I didn't know I couldn't.
It's all good. You can just put yourself back where you were.
Somewhere over there. I think, yeah.
Whatever. It's fine.
Okay. So since I can't get her with what I want to, fuck, I can't even cast Spiritual Weapon because I'm using Steps of the Brave. So I have an action to burn. You know what? I'm gonna do Bless. I'm gonna do Bless on Molly. Shit, is Bless longer than 30 feet too? The fuck, it is. It's shorter than 30 feet. This is fucking ass.
Well, it's a good time.
This is not good. I guess I could just do something like the Moonbeam or Fairy Fire. Yeah, Gavin, you know what? Just make a dexterity saving throw for me. I'm gonna try and hit it with Fairy Fire.
Will do. That's an 8.
Is it?
That is
Yes.
an 8.
I don't
That's
remember.
a success, right?
I don't
Yeah.
remember where my spell DC is actually on my character sheet.
It's higher than 8.
Yeah, but I just want to know what my spell DC is. But yeah, okay, well yeah, it's glowing gold, and all attacks have advantage
Yes.
for the next minute.
Yeah.
All attacks have advantage?
Yep. Any attack roll against the affected creature or object has advantage if the attacker can see it, and the affected creature or object can't benefit from invisibility.
Did you,
Yeah,
use,
yeah.
did you just use the item that I gave you, or was that in your spells?
Is okay. I don't think I actually. I never said I attuned to the item.
You didn't.
Yeah.
Get tuned on the way over here. Only need an hour to attune
I don't know.
to
I'm
it.
kind of scared about it because I don't want Gavin to pull some like fuck shit and be like, oh yeah, over the next 5 sessions, the other soul is just gonna take over you.
That sounds like something for
I
the
would
twos.
do that with an item that I literally
It's
called
cursed.
your wedding present.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
I
then
would-
the real name is going to be called the Ball and Chain. That would be epic.
I mean, I called it Heart of Buffet. I think that's kind of obvious, but yeah.
You mean the
actually hold
inventors
on,
of trickery?
Actually, I'm gonna unlock it and I'm gonna change the name to FAYE.
There you
go.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, so, wow, I was not expecting that to work. But, yeah, so it's glowing. It sheds out...
But you said you didn't attune to the item.
Did.
Well, no. I am a Twilight Cleric.
Oh, you just know that spell. Okay,
I
Gotcha.
always have that spell prepared.
cool.
Yes.
It's one of my AP spells.
Got it. Okay.
Actually, I think Fairy Fire Pallid Elf gives it to me. I don't know. I can't remember, but I have it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So
is there anything you can do to shrug that off, or is it just literally have to play out for the whole minute?
It is just 1 minute of concentration, and I'm in air, so I guess I'm like, I don't know. You like to do,
Pythagorean or whatever.
yeah.
You're what, like 20 feet off the
theory.
ground?
I don't
Really?
know. You tell
You're
me.
gonna pull out the theorem.
Yeah,
If
he
you
said
didn't
pull out his
descend at all
protractors.
from that cliff, then you are 20 feet in the air.
Cool.
Okay.
Actually, I took a 33-degree downward arc towards.
You're really. Oh god.
I did a 3-foot hop before the jump.
You can only move in increments of 5. So you can do a quarter, 50%,
Yeah, well, you know what?
75%, or
I
all
have
of
cake. I got cake. I don't even care.
Is that the same cake?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, I want some more of that.
You know, come over to my house tomorrow. You can have. I got a whole nother big slice.
I've had so many
Boys,
pulled pork
whose
sandwiches.
turn?
Oh,
Anyway.
sorry.
I'm done. I'm done.
it. Is that the end of your turn?
I'm done.
All right.
I feel like I did good.
All right. He's going to use 2 of his legendary actions, and he is going to do a wing attack. Molly, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw
With advantage.
with advantage. That's right, you have advantage on those.
Yes.
She's got it for multiple
does.
reasons. For being a barbarian and for being hasted.
There we go. So that's a success. So you don't take any damage. It's an all or nothing. But then it is going to fly
It has no movement speed.
40 feet. For that turn, it says turn, not round.
It has to get a new turn, man. It has
A
0
turn
movement speed.
is each individual person's turn. Their movement speed drops to 0 for that turn, which means on its
creature's turn.
it
My
can't
turn.
move. But when it moves on to the next turn, its movement speed goes back to what it was before.
It has to
If
get
it
a new
said
turn.
If it
It's
said
not
round,
its turn. It's a turn. Not
yeah,
its turn.
a turn. For the rest of that turn.
A
I just
turn.
spent the last like
It's
30
turn.
seconds looking over the feet to make sure.
Ah,
It says for the rest of that turn. So it's gonna fly 40 feet.
Hey, hold on real quick
Oh.
before you move it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna grab. I'm gonna grab this effect, and I'm gonna drop it on him. Can I put that on him? Did it go on him? There should be I put a condition on him. I don't know if it went through for
the
I saw-
the advantage. I think.
Yeah,
Just
grant
click the
advantage.
advantage button before you attack
Okay.
it. So. All right, so it's gonna fly 40 feet straight over this way.
No, 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 no.
15, 20, 25, 30, 35, and 40. And put itself right there. And Flora, it is your turn.
I'm frightened, so I can't move closer.
Do it.
you have
Do
to
it.
throw at it. You're a good lightning power thing.
No pressure.
9.
I was going to cast Dissonant Whispers.
Dissonant Whispers? Alright. What kind of save is that?
It is a Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw. That's a 24. I rolled very high.
I think it's 16.
Yeah, I can tell you it's not 24.
Yeah.
So, do you have anything else you want that you can do? Are there any bonus actions you can take?
You can always inspire somebody if you'd like.
You can. You can always give somebody a point of inspiration as a bonus action. That is true. Would you like to inspire somebody?
Would anyone be able to rescue Neston?
Oh, trust me. I can get out away from it. I'm real good at running. I gave this character a lot of feats to let him run.
See, probably the best person would probably be Molly, because Molly can still put it down with Sentinel.
She can't
move
closer
forward.
to it.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
If she inspired her,
And
she might
willingly,
be able to.
if somebody had a way to force her to move, you could do that. But
I mean,
You'd
I
have
do
to
need help
move her kicking and
fixing
screaming.
my jammed gun.
Oh, there's that too.
There is a. I'm gonna give you help on.
Okay. All right, you're gonna inspire Bon.
Yep.
All right, Bon. I think you're at a D8 now with your inspiration. So bardic inspiration. Let's see here. Yeah. So Bon, you have a D8 that you can use at any time before or after any roll. That's a attack roll, saving throw, or ability check. And you can use it before or after the roll, so you don't have to feel like you need to use it ahead of time.
Gotcha.
Okay. So, is that the end of your turn?
Okay.
Anand.
Yeah. Okie dokie. Can I use my free action to hop up on my carpet?
Yeah, you can pull your carpet out. You have
Okay.
a movement speed of 40 feet while you're on your carpet.
Okay, so I want to be on me carpet. And then I am going to use my action to cast Melf's Minute Meteors.
It's a good spell.
It is.
So,
and then
wait, is that your action or your bonus action to use that?
it's my action to
Okay.
cast it. It's my
But then
bonus
you can use
action
the
to
bonus
use
to
it.
Throw one or two of them.
Yes.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use my bonus action to shoot 2 meteors at the dragon.
All right, give me 2 attack rolls.
With
There's
advantage.
no attack rolls on this.
I think there
He
should
has to
be.
make a dexterity saving throw for each explosion.
Really?
Yes. Within 5 feet of the point where the meteor explodes must make a dex saving throw. So he has to make 2 dex saving throws.
All right.
I have no idea what it's supposed to be. I have any. How would I know what he's supposed to be trying to
So-
beat?
That's a 15, and then so with advantage on both of them because he has magic resistance. That's a 15 and a 7. Failure on both parts.
11 plus your intelligence.
11. Oh, lovely. Okay. So both of those are a fail. So he needs to take
Well, what's your
4
intelligence right now?
4d6
He
of
passed
fuego.
on one of them.
My
because
intelligence
you're-
is 18.
Yes, but your modifier is 4. So your
Oh,
DC
so he
is
got
8
the
plus 3
15.
plus 4. He got it with a 15, but he failed with a 7.
Okay, so 1. So
Is
2.
there a caveat for like half damage if they succeed? Oh, yeah, half as much damage on a successful one. So
Yes.
give me roll 3d6. That'll cover all of your damage for both.
Alright, that's smart. I'm using a mouse, what you call it, so bear with me here. I've never done it on a laptop before. Okay. How do I do this on a laptop to do 3 of them?
It's kind of hard. Just do it 3 times.
Okay. Alright.
Because on a laptop, you can't left click and right click at the same
Right.
time. On a lot of them.
1,
You could just right click on the
2,
D6. There's 3.
3. Okay. 12 points of fire damage. And I'm going to use the rest of my movement to get out of the way. I like where Lucas is standing. I think I want to be over there.
Okay.
4 meteors left.
All right, is that the end of your turn?
It is.
Top of the round, Lucas.
Yeah. So it didn't seem like the lightning, like whenever.
It seemed like it was a normal degree of effectiveness. He didn't seem to resist the lightning damage.
Effect. Okay. So I'm going to, since we have advantage on attack rolls, I'm going to cast Chromatic Orb at 3rd level. Make it a lightning ball.
All right.
So I have advantage.
Yeah. Okay.
So that is 5d8 lightning damage.
That's a good bit. Oh, that's a lot of 6s, 7s, and 8s in there.
That's a really good chromatic orb. Really good.
Yeah. As this ball of lightning just slams into this thing right in the neck, as it convulses, as this lightning just courses through its body.
I will bonus action sack a 2nd level slot to get 2 meta magic points back.
Okay.
And I will. Let's see, it's 40 from here. Yeah, let's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And I'm hanging out over here. That'll do it. That's my turn. What do you count spaces for, Gavin?
Mm-hmm.
What do you count spaces out for?
I'm not counting spaces. I'm looking up a ruling
Oh.
for if a creature's creature's Constitution score goes down, does their max HP also go down? I don't know.
Well, why would somebody's Constitution go down?
Oh well, maybe you'll find out. All right, Bon.
All right. So I don't like how this thing's getting closer. So I'm gonna go take some movement and stand right here. I'm gonna get up. Well, get up.
You have to use half your movement to stand.
Yeah, half my movement
So,
stand, whatever.
I don't think you'd be able to. Well, you can make it your normal movement.
I'm
speed
hasted.
because you are hasted. So yes.
Yeah.
You can just crawl over there.
Okay. I guess I.
It's like
crawl
watching
over
one of
there.
those like fast forwarded like Call of Duty videos where someone's just crawling, but it's like. Yeah.
Laura, I got you.
Yay, be my meat shield.
Anyway, so I try to use my bonus action to hasted action to fix my gun.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah. Give me that.
Yeah.
Give me that tinkering check. Intelligence, add
Tinkering
proficiency.
Intelligence. It's ability, intelligence,
Yeah, intelligence ability check,
ability check. Okay.
and then add 3
come
to
on.
it. Oh, dude. So adding 3 to it, that is a 6. The DC for this is 12. You can try to roll the D8. If you roll at least a 6 on that D8, then you will fix it.
Motherfucker! Oh my god!
Your gun is jammed. You still have your regular action to try to fix it, so you can try again.
What are up with these rolls tonight? Fucking shit. Alright.
The dice gods are not smiling on you, man.
Yeah, obviously not. Alright, I'll try again.
Alright.
Wow. Where was that? Where was that? Like, one roll ago. Where was that? Come on.
Right. You only have your bonus left, though. Is there anything you can do as a bonus? You could. Now you have your cunning action as a rogue, where you can dash, disengage, or hide as a bonus action.
I don't think there's hiding from this thing.
How is it that we all have advantage on attack rolls, and I'm the only one that made an attack roll on this thing this round?
Dude, I
You
don't
could
know.
try to hide behind like one of those rocks. You could do that. Like if you look like 10 feet to your right, there's some rocks there. But you don't have any more movement is the thing. You could dash to try to move again. You have that to get further away.
I'll stay in front of Flora. That's the end of my turn.
Sorry, man. I hate it whenever turns happen like that.
Yeah, it's fun. I'm
All
gonna
right,
go get me
Molly.
some mac and cheese.
All right, man. Get you some comfort food.
How many javelins can I throw?
Well, you have the lightning hammer. That keeps coming back to you every time you throw it.
It's a psychic hammer.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
this. Yeah, okay. That's
But you have disadvantage on the attack, but you also have advantage, so it is a straight roll.
That's a psionic striker.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you get to make 3 attacks with it.
Yes. Straight rolls.
Okay.
That hits. Yeah, that hits. Roll damage.
Wait.
Okay. The double ones, but okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, music. Let me get that started.
Well, and also +2, because she's raging.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, let me add that.
Yeah.
That's a miss. And that's a hit. That was almost a crit. And then +2, so that's 11 damage.
And then at the end of your turn, you get to make another wisdom saving throw.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
What's your
Yeah.
bonus to wisdom saving throws? She rolls a natural 19.
Okay. You are no longer frightened.
Hey, Gavin.
What's up?
Yes. To your question earlier.
If your con goes down, your max HP does too.
Yeah, and some effects lower your Constitution score so as to reduce your Constitution modifier by 1. Your maximum hit points are reduced by 7. Well, that's just using the 7. It's just a number for their example, but yeah, it does reduce it. And if your Constitution score drops to 0, you die.
Okay. Gotcha. All right.
I've done all the attacks that I can.
Yep, you're done.
I is
Yeah,
done.
I think that was 3. Yeah.
Yep.
So, all right. At the end of your turn, what's the range on?
You might want to
it?
activate your boots so you can try and run and jump at this thing.
So at the end of your turn, it's going to use its last legendary action to make a tail attack against Neston.
No, it's not.
It's not?
I use my legendary action to cower in fear and dodge.
Oh, okay. Well, it's going to make a tail attack anyway.
Alright, fine, whatever.
That hits. You take 16 points of bludgeoning damage as this thing's tail just swats you with this hardened metallic feeling plates covering its body.
Okay.
And
so
now it is
that's-
its turn.
Well, hold on.
What's up?
What is it? 16 is 8, so a DC 10 con. 17, okay. Alright,
All right.
So,
And it is on its turn. Let's see. It's gonna fly 5 feet higher just for you to be in range of this attack. And it's coming at you with a bite attack.
me?
You.
No.
So you take,
Why?
because you're concentrating on a spell and I want the spell gone, you take 17 points of piercing damage. So go ahead and give me that concentration check.
14. I'm still good.
You're good. Now I need you to make another Constitution saving throw.
On.
On the bite.
Let's try to siphon your health.
I don't like this.
Oh, so close to a 19.
So, until the next time you take a long rest, luckily I didn't roll high, your entire Constitution score is reduced by 1.
Your entire Constitution score?
Yes, it drains your Constitution. These
What
creatures.
did he? Did he have to make a roll to combat that? You just beat his.
Yeah, he just didn't roll high enough. He rolled a 5.
I rolled a 5.
Oh,
So-
My health goes down by
how?
14 points.
Yeah,
That
so
puts
he
me
did
at, what, 2?
Gracious man.
So he did 17 points of damage with the
I have
bite,
2 hit points left.
and then your max HP goes down. It doesn't go down by 17 points. It goes down by
14 points.
No, it goes down by 7 because your hit dice, or it goes down by 6 because your hit dice is a D8. So no, it's 7. It goes down by 7. You only lost 1. Your Constitution went to 13.
Hey, my modifier
subtract
is
5 plus 2.
my modifier is 2.
Yeah.
It's 2 points per level. I'm level 7. 2 times 7 is 14. I have 2 hit points left.
I mean, assuming it's not too late, I could do something about that if you.
You want to do a Chronal Shift?
Yep.
Let him re-roll it?
Yep.
Alright. Re-roll
Say
that.
I never gave you
Constitution
nothing.
saving throw.
I get
That's
advantage,
how I see
right?
some good things.
I get advantage, right?
I don't believe you do. Just re-roll the Constitution saving throw.
Alright, whatever. Yep.
Oh man. Alright.
Can you put me at 47 wounds, please?
Oh, what did you roll,
A 7.
bro?
Bruh.
I gave you the universe.
Dude, no, you don't lose 14 from your max hit points. You lose 7 because your Constitution score is 1 lower for 7 levels. So your max hit points go down by 7.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So
Okay.
Now what are you at?
So that drops me down to 42. 7, 8, 9. That's, I got 9 wounds left.
9 wounds?
I got 9 healths left.
Alright.
God dang.
I'm sorry, man. I'm coming at you with a claw attack.
Alright.
No. Please.
That's a 21. So you take... Damn it, didn't drag. It won't let me drag it on your token.
Only one that didn't damage it dies first.
Just drag it here.
Well, he's still got fairy fire on him, don't he?
Yeah. I'm down.
Never mind. He doesn't have fairy fire on him.
Yeah, you take
I'm down.
19 points
Dude.
of slashing damage.
Okay.
I was
And
banking
then-
on that.
So what is that? 2d6 of falling damage for 20 feet? No, that's an automatic death save.
Yeah, just 1.
So that is, I'm at 0. So let me change that to 49. And then mark 1 failed death save.
Alright. Now I'm just trying to think who else has pissed this dragon off the most.
Well, I didn't
feel
damage it, so I didn't cause it any harm whatsoever.
But you put the thing on it. But I feel
Yeah.
like Bond's also pissed it off. So it's going to use its last attack on Bond.
Oh, great.
I went to
Yay.
attack
Yay.
and return.
He's getting Bond. Yeah, I'm just kidding.
Well, that's a nat 1. So,
He hurts itself.
oh, but he has advantage because you're prone.
Oh.
But that's also a miss. That's a 13.
Fuck you, no, fuck you.
Alright, Neston, make me a death save.
Will do.
Alright, that's a
One
success. 1 success, 1 failure.
It literally went from 1 to 18 on my screen. That would have been bad.
Yes, that would have been really bad.
I would have went to bed. I would just be like, alright guys, well it's been fun.
Flora,
Gavin already
you
has
are,
my next character saved.
Flora, you are up. You could, if you healed him, you'd get him off the ground. You could attack the dragon. You definitely have light of sight on him right now. You can see down this
definitely
entire
want to
cliff
heal
face.
Neston. That would be a
I
very
was
good
going
choice.
to. I was going to. So that's the 6 feet creatures of my choice within range, which is 60 feet.
Nobody's really hurt except for Neston and Molly.
Neston. Yeah.
Alright, what kind of healing spell are you casting on Neston?
I was gonna do mass healing word.
Matt's healing word?
Mm-hmm.
I'll take some of that.
You're at full health.
Yeah, but it's mass.
Yeah, just top me off. I got a sore ankle that I woke up with this morning.
Yes.
Hey Gavin, are you still doing the critical injury table? Because I got hit and fell.
You only get a critical injury if you are brought to 0 hit points by a critical hit.
Can we
So
go
no.
ahead and just roll for a critical injury so I can have the first one of the campaign? Because I got hit while I was in air and fell to automatically fail a death saving throw.
Why? So you can just sit there and whine about your critical injury as Neston
Yes.
for the next 2
But
hours?
if I do it now,
It is
it's
role-playing
it's
inspiration.
a permanent rule. So
You're just
role-playing
trying to screw us over.
Yeah, no.
It is.
No.
Oh.
Anywho.
but by the rules, or by the optional rule in the DMG, it's only a critical injury if you're taking a 0 hit points from a critical hit.
Okay.
So-
Alright, fine.
What you doing, Flora? Let's not interrupt her turn.
I'm sorry. My bad.
It's
I
okay, guys. So I'm definitely casting mass healing word on Neston. I just don't know what to click on. Brendan was my help. It's been that long
There's-
since we've
The
done
only
it.
people that are injured is Neston and Molly right now.
Alright, so to click on, you're going to open up your character sheet and then go to the Actions tab. And Mass Cure Wounds is a 3rd level spell, so just find that. And there is a magnifying glass to the right of the spell. Just click on the magnifying glass. You should see a number that says like 1d4 plus blank. And then just grab that and drop it in the chat box. And then we can pencil it into our characters as we go.
Okay. So 1d4 plus your spell casting ability modifier.
Which is your charisma.
Okay.
It should be, when you click on that magnifying glass, it should automatically put your charisma modifier in there.
Well, I'm dumb.
Hmm?
Unless I am dumb.
No, it's alright. It's under your 3rd level spells in your actions tab. And there's a little magnifying glass to the right of Mass Healing Word. Oh,
I'm
did you say
confused in the last
did you say cure Mass Cure Wounds or Mass Healing Word?
Healing word.
Okay, yeah, Mass Healing Word is a 3rd level spell.
Excuse me.
You get a little more than that.
And what is your charisma at right now? The modifier, the single digit number.
her charisma modifier is +4.
4, so 7.
But I think, don't you get more than a D4 with that? Oh, no, it is just a D4. So 7 points. So you can give that up to who are you healing with that? You can target up to 6 different creatures. Let me see what the range is on that.
60.
60. Are you within 60 feet of Molly? 15, 20, 25, 30, 35,
I
40,
don't think she
45,
is.
50, 55, 60. But then there's also the incline. You're actually 65 feet. And if you count the incline, it's 75 feet. So you can really only get Neston with it.
Sorry, Molly.
Should be alright.
But Neston, your vision comes to you as you find yourself on the ground with 2 large bite marks in your chest that still very much hurt. I'm going to go ahead and say this is the most pain you've ever been in. You feel weak, you're bleeding,
I don't open
You
my
are-
eyes.
critically wounded. You don't even open your eyes.
I don't open my eyes.
You're going to play dead?
Yeah.
Okay.
I hold it in real good.
All right. Is that the end of your turn, Flora, or you got something else you can do?
The only thing I was thinking about doing was scooting back behind the rock.
You can absolutely do that if you'd like. You want to put some more distance?
You could also inspire somebody.
You could too. You could do that too.
Sure, call.
I appreciate the heads up. I'm going to inspire in a year. Because he may be doing something.
Yeah. Inspire who?
Amon, Anad.
Anand? Okay.
I love inspiration. Thank you.
How do you inspire him? I forgot to ask you the last time. You play a little ditty, or...
A little ditty about Jack and Diane. What?
Yeah, there you go. Jack and Diane. Alright. That's the end of your turn.
Nond is currently gassed up.
Is that the end of your turn, Flora?
It is.
Alright. Anand.
It is I. Alright. I am going to shoot 2 more. I'm going to use my bonus action to shoot 2 more meteors at old boy. So, give me some more dex rolls, please.
2 deck saves.
Yes, 2 of them.
That is a 6 and a 10.
Oh, so I get to roll my full 4.
4d6.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Eight,
You have me?
15 points of
you have me.
damage.
15 points of damage, and then I am going to use my my action to cast lightning bolt. What?
Oh yeah, that cause the spell anymore for your meteors.
Masculine Word and Bardic Inspiration are both bonus actions.
Yeah, this game you can use a bonus action as an action.
Yes, but I'm using my wand to cast lightning bolt.
Okay. So he makes another deck save.
Another deck save. I don't want to have to. Hold on, let me plug my mouse in. There's no way I'm clicking that many times.
You can right click on the dice.
Not with my laptop.
What? Your laptop should have a right click. Just click in the bottom.
It does.
right
It doesn't.
let you click
It's not.
right click
It
at the
doesn't
same
let
time
you
as you're
right
clicking
and left
left.
click at the same time.
Some touchpads are just seamless.
So
where
he
it
rolled a
doesn't have the
15 on
click.
his deck save.
Okay. Is it the same for lightning bolt? I would assume so.
It uses your spell save DC, so yeah.
So he fails.
No, he succeeds. His DC is 15. He matched the
So-
DC.
Has anybody
Nice.
gotten like fire on this thing? Because I'm pretty sure that's fire.
Yeah, I've
so
hit
fire
it with fire several times. All right.
Okay,
That's
fully
that's
effective.
8d6, right? Lightning bolt. 8d6.
Yes.
Question, just real quick for the DM. Matchbox Junior and Matchbox Senior, how much ammo do they have?
They each have 6 rounds. They are
I
revolved.
rolled
Matchbox
9.
Senior is a.
Hey,
How
I
many
rolled
were you
9.
supposed to roll?
I was supposed to roll 8, so just subtract that last one. So it was
Yeah.
a 1. Just take it off.
So he takes 17 points of lightning damage.
17, and then what did I do with the meteors?
Yeah, he took 15 from the meteors, which I've already added.
And 17.
17.
That's not a bad round. That's all I'm saying.
No, not bad at all.
Yes.
You want to
And-
move at all?
Neston's on the ground, right?
Yeah, he's still prone.
All right, I'm going for him.
You're going for him?
I'm gonna head straight towards him.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and you can make it to him.
All right, I wanna get to him.
You could make it like right there.
All right, I want him on this carpet.
You're gonna drag him onto the carpet.
I'm sure. I guess I'll have to wait till my next turn. But I wanna like slide him on. I mean, I could just tell the carpet to slide under him.
You could use. I'll say in this instance, you can use your interact to drag his body onto the carpet.
Okay.
I wouldn't let you carry it for that, but you can move an object and, well, technically, well, no, he's not an object anymore. We'll say he is. If he wants to just stay limp, he'll let you. You can drag him onto the carpet.
He's
Just get
gonna
on this
stay
carpet.
He's acting like he's still dead.
Okay.
He's not gonna move.
Yeah. Okay. On the carpet.
All right. You have him on the carpet. You still have 10 feet of movement left if you want to move at all.
Yes. I want to go away from the dragon 10 feet.
So just move
towards
both
Molly.
you and him directly to the left by 10 feet.
Yes.
Okay. All
You
right.
see one
That
of
is
his
a
eyes
good-
pop open and shut again.
I'm proud of that turn. A lot got done.
It did.
Better than
Yes.
mine.
All right. Top of the round. Lucas, who is currently off the map. If you would move yourself 5 feet to the south, please.
Yeah, I didn't put myself over there, alright? I kept getting my token moved, apparently. So, anyhow, I'm going to do some stuff, and we'll see how it plays out.
All right.
Take my wand in my right hand, and I'm going to go ahead and quicken a spell.
You know, I didn't. I wanted to do a thing real quick.
Alright.
Uh-oh. He's doing
He's
a
going to
thing.
use one of his legendary actions.
Oh, crap.
He's going to take a tail attack at Bond. And he has advantage because you are prone.
Get up, Bond.
I'm about to.
Bond,
That hit.
your AC is up by 2 because you're hasted. Does it
So
still
what
hit?
is your
Hold
AC
on.
right now?
AC 16, so up by 2. That's an 18. That does not hit.
That misses. All right.
Well, damn.
Whew. But does the second one miss?
He doesn't get 2 of them. He only gets 1 because this is a legendary action. Now, Lucas, you may go.
I was going to say he gets
So,
advantage, though.
I
'cause
will
he's prone.
quicken a spell. And I'm going to
I used advantage.
Oh.
cast Chromatic Orb again. Let's do some more
Okay.
lightning.
Do it.
I'm going to make it a 4th level.
All right. You no longer have advantage on the attack.
That's fine. So
Yeah, that'll hit.
That's a 68 on lightning. 6. And then, because I'm hooking Bond up on this one, I really am. I'm gonna give a low-key whistle, and out of the shadows in this area, you're gonna see a one-eyed cat just appear and land on the back of the dragon's back, right on its head, like by its neck, and it's gonna start batting at the back of its head, trying to get in its face.
That's awesome.
And Mr. Pibbles is using the help action for his turn. My action is to summon him. He goes on my turn. He uses his action to do a help action. Next attack has advantage.
Okay.
Your chromatic
Nice.
orbs are ridiculous as fuck.
Chromatic
Those are
Orb
good.
is such a good spell.
Yeah.
Those are good chromatic orbs.
It's one of the best like attack roll spells in the game, I think.
Yeah. Then you can
So.
choose the effect. It's,
Yes. I use it with my other character, and he gets to add +4 damage to any lightning attack he does. So I always just blow him up with chromatic orbs.
All right. What else you got, Lucas?
That's it. That's my bonus action, and yeah, then that's also Mr. Pibble's turn.
All right.
Looks like Lucas and Anon's doing all the work today.
So, Bon, it's your turn. Before you take your turn, it is going to use
Of course it is.
Its legendary action to try to make a tail attack at you again. With advantage.
Oh,
Well, I don't
damn.
think it goes as
20.
high as 26.
Hit.
So you take
dick time.
15 points of bludgeoning damage as this thing flies up to you, and just before you have a chance to get to your feet, just slam. You're holding yourself up with your forearms, trying to take aim, and you just completely just collapse to the ground. Your arms buckle underneath you, and you just eat a face full of rock as this thing hits you. And now it's your turn.
All right.
Gonna try and unjam your gun.
No, it's already unjammed. I already unjammed it.
He got it. He just didn't have any attacks left.
Gotcha.
I didn't have any attacks left after this, but it's gonna change after that.
Do it.
So I'm gonna try to go back a little bit.
He's gonna take an attack of opportunity.
Well, can I can hit him from this instance without having disadvantage or anything like that?
You would have disadvantage.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I'm not going to tell you exactly what, but remember there are things you can do as a rogue.
Oh! Disengage.
I was waiting for it.
Disengage. Does that count? That's a bonus action, right?
Bonus
That's your
Disengage.
bonus action.
Bonus action, disengage. I go right here.
Okay.
Alright. Alright, now I proceed to dude, I'm unloading into this bitch. It's gonna take 4
you get
shots.
advantage on the first attack, gives Mr.
First
Pickles.
attack, yep. Alright, so first attack's gonna be a regular attack. I'm just gonna fucking try to hit his ass.
Do it.
Okay.
And
You attack him
then-
with the ionizer?
Yes. Get it. Man.
Yeah, that's going to be a hit.
He almost missed. And just
And you're
barely
doing
rolled
4
that
attacks
14
against
at the
him,
end.
right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
16 points of damage. All
And
right.
sneak
Oh,
attack.
hold up. Let's see if I do a critical hit, because I usually get 3. Nope. Never mind.
And you also, since you had advantage, you get your sneak attack for that too.
Yep. Sneak attack, too. That's right here. Oh, wait. No, that's... Do I have to roll to hit for the sneak attack?
No.
No, it's up.
It's
You've already,
included with
you've
the-
already hit.
With the advantage
Yeah,
attack
that's what I'm
to hit.
saying. Like, I just was sure. Alright. There we go. Alright, and now I'm wasting another grit point. I'm gonna do Deadeye accuracy again.
And remember, you can only add
And-
your sneak attack once per turn, as far as your damage goes.
Okay, yeah. So, I'm gonna take, then, I'm gonna do -5. I'm gonna do negative. I'm gonna do the
Negative
negative
5?
5. Take the
Okay.
-5. And I'm gonna be prone on this one, so.
You're gonna drop prone.
Yeah. Okay, hold up. I get 2 more rolls after that.
Well, if you dropped prone, that's a 20, and that's a hit.
Yeah,
Just
but
get a
I
plus
still
2.
have advantage on the roll, so I don't know if I get a critical hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause you did the
And plus
Deadeye.
it's -5, so
So that wouldn't hit.
yeah. Wow. Okay.
Give us another d20.
Oh, there we go. 18 to hit.
18 plus 10 is 28, plus 2 more is 30.
Minus
and
5
minus
plus
5
2.
is 25. That hits.
All
Oh,
right.
well, plus 10
Cool.
is the modifier, yeah.
D4. All right.
And you add 10 to that, right?
Yes.
How do you
Yep.
want to do this?
Oh, it's not gonna take 4 shots, bitch. Oh, I want to literally. I want this bullet to shred through his. Or no, this lightning bolt to shred through his body, burning like a clear, you can literally look down his body and see a clear hole straight through him as he tumbles down the edge, cracking and breaking and shit.
So keep in mind this thing is flying right now. So you fire this ionizer at him, and it hits him center right in the skull as you see it blow a hole through the side of its head, and this bolt continues to course through its body, through its neck, down to its torso, when you see this other bolt of lightning as to make an exit through its back, blowing this giant hole in its stomach, sending these spiky scales flying everywhere in its immediate vicinity. As this thing lets out one last weak little roar and falls onto the slanted cliff face, rolling down, crashing into boulders and rocks as it does so, before it comes to a rest on the ground right here.
Quick question. Does Mr. Pibbles need to make a dexterity saving throw or anything? Because he was on the tracking.
I say Mr. Pebbles like literally jumps
Pibbles,
off.
it's not
and then jumps
Pebbles.
onto my
Pibbles with an
shoulder.
I.
Or Mr. Pibbles. I say he jumps off and then like comes to me or something like that.
I think Mr. Pibbles would take fall damage though, but I don't. Cats have something with that. I don't know.
Yeah, they always put mine on their PP.
He also only has 2 hit points, so I mean...
I'll say definitely
Take
from
the
this.
dash action and use Mage Hand to catch him.
You know, just for flavor, we'll say that Mr. Pibbles rides him to the ground like a roller coaster from hell. And you worry about Mr. Pibbles as this thing crashes onto the ground, and then just finally, after a very uncomfortable 5-10 seconds, Mr. Pibbles squeezes out from underneath him and just...
Wow.
It's a pretty awesome
I
cat.
picture him riding a barrel.
He's just making biscuits on the dead body.
I just know that that attachment that I sent, that's Mr. Pibbles. The one with the
Oh, yeah.
D20 that I posted. I love that.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I want that shirt so bad.
So, you immediately, afterwards, you can't help but notice right around here, there is a giant pile of gemstones in that general area over there.
I want to shoot my last 2 meteors at the dragon's corpse.
Just so
Let's
y'all
make
know,
sure he's absolutely dead.
the Eyes of the Night is not tied to my consciousness. It is just straight 10 minutes.
Oh, cool.
But yeah, pew, pew.
Dude,
I didn't
was
even
about
get to
do my
test
whole-
my special ability. I was about to cast giant insects.
I'm gonna go ahead and just sit down because I don't know what all's here. And actually, I don't need to get my book out because I don't ritual cast with my book anymore. But I will go ahead and ritual cast Detect Magic because I want to know
okay.
what all is around here. That this guy.
I am also going to ritual cast Detect Magic. We're going to do it at the same time so we can cover the entire area.
Yeah.
This creature didn't appear to have gathered any magical items. As far as general wealth goes, though, he has a massive pile of gemstones and jewelry.
Well, oh, that's right. The onyx thing likes armaments. This was not an onyx thing, so this one was just all about gems.
I shared the parcel there.
You
I was
know.
about to just like legitimately put 4 shots, do an action surge, and use every single round in my gun.
Gosh.
That is a lot, and none of this stuff is magical. It's just nice.
It's just nice. It's valuable.
Take it.
My God, it's a lot of gems.
What is
I want the crystal
Alexandrite?
dragon mask.
Was there any just straight up, like, money?
No, this historically speaking, Fang dragons love gemstones. That is what they collect. That is really all they want.
So, well, here's a question. Because apparently anybody that came to this thing never returned. So do we not see any like of the dead adventurers or anything that was sent in here in the past?
You can imagine they were eaten.
Yeah, but I mean like
You see blood.
their stuff might have been left behind.
It wasn't adventurers. These were archaeologists that came. They were the first adventurers that have come out here.
Well, maybe I can find some dweeb glasses. You know, maybe some Crocs or something. I don't know.
I go and inspect the dragon for anything that I think that would look like anything that's used for art. I mean, I've been working with Lucas for a while, or for a little bit, with his potion making.
I definitely want to find whatever is in his glands that lowers Constitution scores. That's trippy.
Yes. So give me a nature or a survival check.
Well, for this, if it's gathering something, I get to use my herbalism kit or poisoner's kit. I don't know.
I think it's going to amount to the same thing anyway.
Well, no,
but sure. You're proficient in, I think it's survival, I want to say.
It's something like that. I have an herbalism kit check.
Is there
it's a
something that says
+4.
that you can use it for gathering supplies? If so, then yeah, absolutely you can.
Yeah. But all right. Are you giving me advantage if you're helping me?
Yeah.
Someone wants to help you, sure.
All right.
Yeah. That was
Herbalism kit check. Let's go. You know what? I'm going to throw a luck point on this because I really want to get this. 18's good, but I want to see if I can do better.
Okay.
Oh, that was almost a nat 20, but still 19.
So, upon further investigation, you look at this thing, and a giant hole was burned through this thing's head, as well as a big hole in its gut and in its back. So you investigate the body, and when you arrive at the giant gaping hole in the stomach, you come to the realization that there's nothing chemical, it's not a poison or anything like that, that causes it to do this. This is a magical ability that these creatures just have. But you do see what appears to be this sort of, it's very smooth to the touch, almost bone-like, but like it's like made of like polished bone, this like crystal bony orb located right below the neck that just seems to be pulsating.
Yeah, I want it.
Alright, add to your inventory a Fang Dragon Soul Orb.
Alright, yeah, that got real edgy. Alright. Fang Dragon
and another
Soul
thing
Orb
is the list of items, like a list of gems. Is there anything that I kind of asked Lucas, is there anything of these that we could use in potions or in
gems? Aren't really used for potions typically. That's more
magical.
Enchanting is what you can do more with gems, but that's not really my wheelhouse. But not usually for potions.
It's mine.
You would be right.
Of course I would. I'm a witch. I know these things.
As well as, I mean, certain spells use some gemstones as a component. So there's also that. But yeah, it's usually an enchanting and spellcraft that gemstones are used for.
Alright, here's what I want to do. How big is this thing? Not the dragon, the area that we're in. Because this dude was like, don't go looking at any of the magical rune stuff or anything around here. I don't trust that guy. So,
You don't trust it?
No, I don't trust him. He's one that's just killed the
a
thing.
path that continues further into the ruins if you want to investigate further.
Yeah, probably will, but like we're getting kind of late into the night. So, like in real world, so.
Yeah. But there's certainly more to this place.
That thing was the guardian to whatever's in here.
Well, he said we could get anything of the dragon horde. We don't know where the dragon horde ends.
Yes.
And I do
I
believe...
will say something that you notice visibly is that you see an increasing number of ley lines that continue deeper into this cave system.
Yeah.
Can I slowly but surely start patching myself up with my healer's kit?
You can.
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking that we probably want to take a short rest here for those that need it.
Well, I can patch people up with my healer's kits, and you actually get like a lot of healing, and then we can just keep going from there. Unless y'all just really want to take an hour for a short rest.
I have something. I just remember reading it. Song of Rest.
You do have Song of Rest.
Yeah.
You know, most bards forget they have that.
I'm not hurt, so...
Yeah, I could do Prayer of Healing to stack it with her Song of Rest if y'all want to take a short rest.
You could also attune to your new crystal. I believe it has Healing Spirit
I
on
ain't
it.
getting fucking cursed.
You do what you want with
That
it, man.
actually reminds me, Gavin, I need a tune to my new toy.
I just lost with Sora. Oh well.
So, with my healer's feet,
Yes, you have some
I
shiny
can
toys.
do 1d6 plus 4.
So, are we taking a short rest?
I think they need a short rest.
Yeah.
You
Well,
want to know
that's fine.
something cool? I only used one spell slot that entire
So-
fight.
Do y'all want me to just grab the parcel?
I never
and
used my
throw it
wand.
in my bag of holding?
I used my wand once.
Yeah. What's that?
Y'all,
Do what?
y'all want me to just grab the whole parcel and throw it in my bag of holding, like all the gemstones and everything?
I'd be fine with that.
Fine.
Yeah, I'm cool with it.
Gavin.
You can do that with
I
the
just-
whole parcel? I didn't know you could do that.
Do we have a... We don't have a dwarf in the party, do we?
We have some short people.
Yeah.
You have an honorary dwarf.
I was just wondering, like... Because I know dwarves have the whole stone cutting thing. I just took no idea of, like, how much these gems were worth.
I will tell you, I've already
Oh,
calculated
jeez.
the total value of these gems. Just so
Is
I
it going to
wouldn't
be
have
hard
do
to
it later.
sell them?
I mean, people love gemstones.
Yeah, but like, are we going to
Dragon Mask.
find a vendor that can actually
You'd probably have
give
to
us
find
the
an
money for
appraiser,
all this?
and then usually the appraiser
Oh,
would
man. No, some of this
also
is
buy
good.
it.
Crystal Dragon Mask? It's 2,500
I
gold.
want-
So the price is already on there.
And I've already done the math. I've added the total value of this entire hoard together already.
Well, Z
I know how
Lang
much it's
asked
worth.
us to give this pendant to a Calder Marskell in Waterdeep with the Black Pearl pendant.
Ignore the description, the item description.
It comes with a quest, guys. We've got quest items.
But then it would be like, what's Waterdeep? Because this is a Forgotten Realms.
I've been to Waterdeep.
That's in a whole nother crystal sphere on a whole nother world.
Oh my gosh, are we gonna have a nerd merger at the end of this campaign?
Blood Emerald. This gemstone has been blessed by Sith, such as that it turns the water around it to poison.
It doesn't do that. Well, wait, where are you seeing?
Blood
Flawed.
Emerald.
Oh, what about
Flawed
the flawed
emerald?
diamond?
Yeah, no, it
Yes.
doesn't do that.
Flawed diamond. Use this diamond to cast Revivify. Completely Alt F4 their soul.
Yes.
Curse diamond. That's an item that I want to use. Cast Revivify to trap their soul into this diamond.
I did throw 3 diamonds of a value of 300 gold pieces into this, though.
Oh, okay. If only we had a cleric that would actually fucking prepare Revivify.
That's alright. It's only the cleric that goes down, so, you know.
That's true. Because he got single-handedly targeted for not doing any damage. He was just
I
there.
wanted the fairy fire
Yeah,
off of
well,
him.
what did the dragon want, Gavin? What did the dragon
The
want?
Yeah, because my
dragon
haste didn't do
wanted the
anything.
fairy
Everyone
fire
kept
off
missing
of him
even with haste.
How did the dragon know he put the fairy fire on him?
Because there are visible and verbal cues when you cast a spell.
Unless
What
you
is
get that
ailing
subtle
your
spell.
character still that you are wanting unailed?
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and call it, guys. Last thing I want to resolve is short rest or no short rest.
I'm wanting to say short rest. Probably easier for everybody.
Alright, then I will use Arcane Recovery and get 1 spell slot back.
Is it a first level slot?
Yes, it is. That's
Do
all I
I
get
get
back.
points after a short rest?
Do you get grit?
Grit point.
Let me
Yeah.
look.
I get my 1 spell
Yeah.
slot back since that I used. Haha.
No.
Hey.
Before everyone. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Kit.
After
I
you get all your grit back. Yes. All right. What were you saying,
I
Kit?
still want to cast Song of Rest for Neston and Han.
Okay.
I know, Neston, you're patching yourself up already, but to help because you are hurt.
How many people get affected by your Song of Rest?
Everybody.
Okay, because then Molly
Everybody.
gets it too. Molly's the only other one that's hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah, as
So-
long as you guys can hear my performance with a cavern like this, I think it would echo enough for everyone to hear it.
It's actually probably be really pretty sounding. But yeah, when you finish your short rest, you also get to heal for an extra d6.
So, if y'all want, I can cast Prayer of Healing and give y'all 2d8 plus 5 before we do the short rest, so y'all don't have to waste your hit points.
Hit dice? I mean, I don't.
I didn't get hit, so.
Yeah, neither did I.
Well, then never mind.
I only really got 15 points off my health. Like, it really wasn't that bad.
Molly didn't get hurt that bad either, so I mean.
Okay, so
That dragon was a bitch.
your Song of Rest is 1d6. Do you want to roll it, or do you want us to roll it?
I can roll it.
Okay.
According to the CR of that creature and the number of party members, that was tailored to be moderate difficulty. That wasn't tailored to be like the hardest thing ever.
Oh, shit.
Well, here's the real question, Gavin. Do we hit the
Yes.
marker to get to level 8?
You did.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
Gavin,
no, I'm
I
gonna
get
say
with
you go ahead and get it. Yes, I will get with you between now and the next session. This weekend sometime I can do that. By the way, question: since I have all you guys here, everybody located in Georgia, would you guys like to hang
Yes.
out and do a bonfire or something on Saturday?
I mean, I'll be working.
This Saturday?
Saturday night, or well, maybe Sunday then. How about Sunday?
I work this Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday.
Okay.
Move it out a week.
Yeah, but
Give
then I work
everybody
that
some
next.
breathing.
I work
Or
that
move it
next
out
weekend.
2 weeks. So they can
That-
schedule it.
That is a possibility.
Some of us have
let-
kids, so I mean, we can't just do things quite on the fly.
You can bring your children.
I actually have a. I don't want to say appointment, a reservation at the Cheesecake Factory on November 13th. At
Yeah.
7.
So, that's on. I work that day, or else I'd love to go.
All right, I'm gonna kill the recording at least because I think we've moved
Okay.
off of the D&Ds.
How about November 6th?